Well, hello here, and welcome to Blues Day Pun Day. This is our second day or so of Ocean Week. I'm Skybills. I'm going to be your host. We have so many exciting things going on today. I'm super excited. Our first run of the day, we're going to be having Abzu with Therese. But before we dive in to runs and introductions, real quick, a few GDQ announcements here. Remember, GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you do have a Twitch Prime sub, so please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. Remember, tomorrow we'll be diving into Mercy Kill at 7 p.m. Eastern. What are we going to watch? Oth will be showing off some of his rustiest water theme games. Dang it, Richard. This Thursday, we have the first step at 7 p.m., where we'll see if Hobbs can finish Link's Awakening this week with the 2019 remake. Let's see if any of his LADX gameplay transfers over. SGDQ 2020 online prize submissions are now open. If you're interested in submitting a prize, go to gamestayquick.com for more info. And without further ado, we also have some very special guests here from the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Welcome, y'all. Feel free to introduce yourselves. Thank you so much for being
here. Hello.
Thanks, Sky. Good to see you. Without further ado is what you meant to say, right?
Oh, no.
Trying to make more waves there. I already see the pun count is going up. We're trying to get the pun count over 9,000. Yes, exactly. You see that in the chat there.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no? Oh okay. Well, it's going to be a long stream. But all streams lead to the ocean, which is what we've talked about on our Twitch channel for the Monterey Bay Aquarium. So all streams lead to the ocean. So thank you so much for Ocean Week, everybody here at GDQ. I'll just introduce myself since I'm, I guess, the only one talking. My name's Pat. I'm half of the social media team at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. It was so fun hanging out with all of you yesterday. Definitely not a fluke. We're coming back here with Porpoise to be able to spend some time with you in the ocean here. So I'm Pat. Oh, look, it's my mola up on screen.
Oh, so fancy.
Look at me. Beautiful sunfish. Nature's most fantastic creation and evolutionary wonder. That's me. That's the mola there. But we've got my coworker Emily here and another special guest from the aquariums. Emily, take it away.
Hello again, everyone. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for hanging out with us last night. For those of you who were there, I'm Emily. I am the other half of our unbelievably awesome social media team here at the aquarium.
You made a few people are huffing and puffing at that one, Emily.
Yeah,
but, you are just an adorable puffin there.
I had to beat the ice somehow, so. Yeah. But I'm excited to be back. I'm actually really excited because I myself have dove into playing Abzu for a short while, and I know what a beautiful game it is. And so Pat and our aquarist Theresa, who is joining us right now, they haven't played Abzu, so I'm excited for their reactions tonight. But
awesome.
We have, like I said, our amazing aquarist Theresa hanging out with us at the moment. Theresa, hi.
Hey, Theresa.
Hey everybody, I'm Theresa. I'm one of the senior aquarists here at the aquarium, and as if you can't tell, I love sharks, but I'm not so good at the puns. But hopefully we'll be able to get to see some really cool animals here in this game. I kind of took a sneak peek, and there's lots of cool sharks in it.
Yes.
Wait, Theresa, stop. Hammerhead time. That's you there up on the screen there. You take care of our hammerheads you take care of our hammerheads though at the aquarium, and like you're kind of in charge of the open sea exhibit at the moment. Is that correct?
Yeah, so one of our actually biggest exhibit here at the Monterey Bay Aquarium does actually have scallop hammerheads in it. We have 3 females, and hopefully we'll get to see them here later in this game. But they are still very small and very cute.
Yes, if you're ever on our Twitch channel and you see the open sea cam go on, you see those hammerhead sharks and the green sea turtles, the tuna, the dolphin fish, the rest of those organisms. That is, those are Theresa's. Well, I don't want. Yeah, I don't want to say children, fishy children, but like definitely, she takes care of that motley crew there in the open sea.
They're definitely motley.
Yes. And while
And
Theresa is going to be here bringing all of the incredible ocean facts and kind of the seriousness, Pat and I will be here to be the hydrofoil to that with our
exactly.
puns.
Hey, that's a good one.
I was holding on to it for today.
Yeah.
So,
And
but like you said, Pat, we have to try and break at least triple digits for the pun
Right, we're
counter
trying to break
today.
the triple digits of puns from yesterday. For those of you unfamiliar, hydrofoil is what you is a type of wing that you can have underwater, and the cephalofoil of the hammerhead shark is the sciencey name for the face of that hammerhead there with that wing on the front. So the cephalofoil there. That was an awesome reference there, Emily. Okay, enough about us though. Thank you, Sky and Cherise and Richard for setting this up for us. Really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And we are all very excited to have you here. Theresa, are you ready for your run? I'm very excited to see what Abzu has to offer.
Yes, I am super ready. This game is gorgeous, and I hope you all will enjoy it.
Okay, we're ready for your countdown. So good luck and have fun, Theresa.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, start.
This is always so exciting. Just the start. Yesterday was great.
I think you guys are going to have lots to talk about this game because there's so many species.
Well, it starts with the ocean, so I like that part. Oh, okay.
All right.
Nice. And this
And
actually
can you
looks
recognize?
Oh yeah, this looks very similar to the open sea exhibit. Actually, just diving in right now, we had what looked like Dorado. We got the schooling fish there. We've got Theresa. How many schooling fish do we have in the open sea at this point?
About 20,000.
20,000 sardines in there. So, oh, and we got jellies. We're diving down into the deep. Ooh, yeah, we have a lot of these same animals at the aquarium. And then it went dark. So now we're in the deep sea, everybody. The world's largest habitat, devoid of life. 95% of the living space on our planet looks exact. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Wait, that's something that we don't see in the deep sea.
Yeah, no, that was weird.
What kind of fish is this?
So that is actually a tetrapod, a sarcopterygian known as a human. We're a land-based fish. We talked about that yesterday. Technically, fish don't exist unless people are fish. So we're looking at a humanoid fish here on the surface, which is very exciting.
A marine mammal in its unnatural habitat.
Yeah, a temporary marine mammal. This is who I like to think I am when I go scuba diving. Oh man, this is so cool already.
Oh.
We have a big
What is this
grouper
fish
friend.
here? Aha, a grouper.
Big grouper friend.
Anything cool about them? Like some facts about groupers?
Oh, certainly. I mean, one of the big things about groupers. Oh, sorry. We're in a kelp forest now.
We
we got sheephead following
you. We
you.
have both the males and the females.
So this is literally what we have off of the California coast right now that we're seeing. So we've got both male and female sheephead, like you were saying there. We got a little cornet fish, trumpet fish going by there. That's not quite what we have locally, but no, look at all these sheephead. If you were out diving in the Monterey Bay right now off the back deck of the aquarium, you would see the sheephead are the fish with the white chin and the orange stripe there, the black stripes as well, and then the females are the ones. Oh, and there's a great white shark.
Wait, there's the character
in the kelp.
Now, Theresa, how would you feel if we were swimming through the kelp forest and all of a sudden, great white shark appears?
I would be that person who would be trying to hug the shark and not fight the shark. I might lose something, but that's okay. I'm cool with it.
Well, and what's interesting too about what was just seen there is that that's something that some of our shark researchers helped study in South Africa by putting cameras on the back of white sharks. For a long time, people have said, oh, white sharks don't swim through the kelp. But then they put cameras on the back of white sharks in South Africa and found that, no, white sharks really don't care. They swim through the kelp. They go look for seals and sea lions and fur seals in the kelp in South Africa and up here in California as well. So it's one of those things where, we have these myths about sharks, and one of them was like, oh, they don't swim through the kelp. But it turns out they don't mind the kelp. So that was actually a very realistic thing that happened there. I don't know if it was based off of our scientific study there or if it was just a really cool thing to see. But white sharks do swim through the kelp, in case you were wondering.
But Pat, we also have to mention that the kelp does offer a little bit of protection from white sharks, specifically in regards to sea otters, since Sky here is such a big fan of the sea otters.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah. No,
So
it's yeah. Go for it, Emily.
No. You were tackling it. Go for it.
Oh,
Tackle,
no,
as in like bait and tackle.
Yeah,
so
bait and tackle.
Add
Yeah,
another
we
to the
need
pun.
add the pun if you would. So, by the way, the giant kelp in this is really incredible because giant kelp is the second fastest growing photosynthetic organism in the world. I didn't want to say plant because sometimes the plant people get really angry, or the algae people get angry if you call kelp a plant. But giant kelp can grow almost 2 feet or a little bit less than a meter a day in certain areas. And so we have all this kelp out here off the back, and the sea otters in our area really help that kelp to thrive because sea otters are what's known as a keystone species in the kelp, where they feed on so many things, including kelpivores, things that eat the kelp, that when there's more otters around, there's more kelp around because the otters are eating the things that are eating the kelp. And when you have a robust kelp canopy around, the canopy just being the kelp that goes up to the surface, then covers the surface, it helps hide the otters from sharks, because the sharks are looking for silhouettes. They're looking for shadows to swim up and go grab a meal. And if you got the otter hiding out in the kelp, then the sharks don't go and bother the sea otters, because the sharks don't eat the sea otters. But if a shark bites an otter thinking that it's got itself a meal, often it doesn't end too well there for the sea otters. So the issue with hunting based on shadows is that bacon and celery cast the same shadow. And so if you swim up to bite what you think is a piece of bacon, and you find out that it's just a fur ball on the surface and not a blubber burrito of a seal or a sea lion, then the shark usually moves on and apologizes. But those teeth can cause some damage there. By the way, they're just there's schools of barracuda, there's dolphins, and this is an incredible game. Where
what
have I
type of
been?
dolphin is it?
That looks like a common dolphin to me. Yep. Yeah, it looks like a common dolphin. There's 2 different types of common dolphins that we have in the area. There's long-beaked and short-beaked common dolphins. And sometimes we've had super pods of common dolphins out here where there's hundreds of them along the coast. Oh my
common
goodness.
dolphin, at least for us, common dolphins aren't always as common as
Exactly.
their name would imply.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do about it?
What are you going to do about it? Yeah. Sorry, I had to say that again because of the echolocation that dolphins are known for. I had to repeat what you were saying there, Emily. Which is going to be the next game.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those jacks. We just swam through jacks. We got, oh my goodness, this is incredible. Napoleon wrasses, no big deal.
Yeah.
Sorry, and
Did you peek at the shark?
I did see the shark there. I owe you some grouper facts from before. The grouper that you saw there is more of a subtropical species of grouper. In our area, we don't tend to have those huge groupers. We have what are known as giant sea bass, which sometimes people call any large fish a grouper, but giant sea bass are a type of wreck fish and not a saranid. Saranids are the true groupers. There were some garden eels. My goodness.
Look at them.
Theresa, tell us about the garden eels. Tell us about the garden
Oh,
eels.
they're so cute. Little tiny eel-like fish, that live in the sand, and they're very responsive to shadows and movements, and they'll pop up and down in their little holes, just as you saw. Terribly cute. We do have them at the aquarium, too.
We do, and I've also noticed that our since the aquarium's been closed because of the coronavirus, and now we're swimming with a bunch of bluefin tuna. Sorry.
What about the turtles?
Forget the turtles for the moment. We got the tuna going.
Look at the tuna.
No, the turtles are amazing.
We're having
that was
a tuna
green sea
fun.
turtle.
And our
Theresa, this is your exhibit.
I know. Well, minus, the yellow tangs and the weird little things in the side. But yeah, it is my exhibit.
Yeah, we're one of the few aquariums in North America to have tuna on exhibit. So we've got yellowfin tuna on exhibit, but right now those look like bluefin tuna to me. But we have bluefin tuna in the Monterey Bay actually right now off of the back deck and out in the Monterey Bay. Fishermen and other fishing folk out there have been seeing and orcas, no big deal. Which we have also orcas in the Monterey Bay, but we've been seeing bluefin tuna this year, which is very, very not rare per se, but it's one of those things that happens every 5 or 5 or so years that you get these situations with all of the bluefins. Yeah, are those our hammerhead sharks?
Hammerheads.
Yeah.
Yay!
Look like there's another species of shark in there too. Were those soup fin sharks? Taupe sharks?
Or a
Oh, we got a sailfish down there.
Oh, nice.
Theresa, I know you're busy, but could you like turn around real quick and go back? Okay, right. Never mind.
All right, too late. Sorry.
Okay. Never mind.
I have to say though that I want whatever diving.
Also, like that
get
part
up.
is an auto scroller, so I can't really control it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll allow it then.
Did you say otter scroller?
No.
Otter
I heard
scroller.
it.
Yes.
No, it was an otter scroller. That's right. Yeah. Perfect.
We need a certain amount of puns per second here.
We do.
We do.
But yeah, I mean, this game has so many different species, and what's interesting is that all of them seem to be really well placed in terms of their ecology and their community relationships, which is actually what we try to do at the aquarium. And there's just a nautilus, a ghost nautilus hanging out way up there, or an ammonite.
Yeah, that would be an ammonite. Yeah.
That would be an ammonite. Sorry, that was. Can we talk about that ammonite real quick? Theresa, is that what was the significance of that ammonite up there? Is that one of the gods of the game? What's the lore?
The lore is that the diver is trying to restore the life to the ocean that the pyramids are destroying.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. Well, so godly ammonite hanging out over there. Emily, do you want to talk about when shelled cephalopods ruled the ocean?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, especially since, nautiloids are still alive in our oceans today. But ammonites happen to be just one of those fossils that so many people are familiar with, probably one of the first mollusks that people are introduced to. But these are amazing mollusks that have been around for 200 million years. So just absolutely amazing animals. So most of the time when we're talking about ammonites, we're talking about a specific period of time. You had various different species of ammonites, but we kind of grouped them all together. They existed for about 150 million years in our oceans and just absolutely ruled the oceans from the Jurassic and the Cretaceous periods. Sorry, the evolutionary biologist in me
No, it's important.
came out but
no, I think because a lot of folks out there might think that the ocean is, ruled by fishes, but for a long time there were tens of thousands of species of these shelled cephalopods that were the dominant type of fish out there. So we've got so many fish here in front of us. We've got snapper and manatees. Oh man. Oh, and there was a mola. Turn left. Oh, dang it. That's not okay. Never mind. There was a mola. There's another mola. Yes. So molas are my favorite. I'm the sunfish over there.
What?
Yeah. And molas, just for you folks out there in the chat, if you do see a group of mola is known as a guac of mola. So spread that around. Let everybody know we got a guacamola if you got multiple molas, which we obviously have in this game. And they are, as opposed to the ammonites and the other shelled cephalopods that you were mentioning, Emily, they're a much newer fish species, maybe only a few million years old. Those ocean sunfish are basically a boxfish that wanted to be a sea turtle and made its way out into the water column. They feed on jellies and squid and other things that they can find on the deep sea floor. They'll dive down into the deep sea, come back up, and sun themselves on the surface to warm up, which is why they're often known as sunfish. Many other cultures will call them moonfish, or if you're German, you are a swimming head, the Schwimmerkopf, and that is the mola that we just saw there.
Lionfish.
Yeah, this game is legit. By the way, never trust what a lionfish says.
Why not?
Because it's lion.
Always
Lion.
Yeah, you walked right into that.
That's really good.
I should ask Theresa what's up, Doc. No, never mind. That was so cool. We definitely need to play this game on stream, Emily. Yes.
We have it now.
Yeah,
so-
we're on it.
Actually, with this game, you can actually explore the rest of the sea. You can go on top of fishes and swim with them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's called efficient travel. If you've got.
Yeah,
This is.
I could spend hours just looking at what's going past us so fast.
No, Theresa, we're gonna have to have you back on our stream on our Twitch channel so that we
I
can.
don't think Yeah, we won't
Okay,
make
Theresa,
it out of
tell us about whale sharks.
We won't make it out of
Whale
a
shark.
single level.
They're like they're the biggest shark species out there. They can get up to almost 60 feet in length, but they really don't have teeth. They eat very tiny creatures like krill, like the blue whale. So they're kind of the gentle giants, along with your little mola friends there.
Look at my mola friend. They swim with their dorsal and their anal fin, which is known as ostraciform swimming. Just in case you folks out there were looking for a legit marine biology fact and not just a pun, ostraciform swimming.
That
which
was
of course
for the mola, not the whale shark that you were
for
talking
the
about.
for the mola. Yeah, of course. Yeah, no, whale sharks are cool, I suppose, but yeah, molas swim with what's known as ostraciform swimming, but if you were to be scaring a mola while it swims, that would be ostreciform swimming. Sorry, I was just saving up to see if I could come up with a pun with ostraciform, and that was a first for me. So like, I'm playing a game with myself now, and I feel pretty good about it.
It took you a minute to ostraciform that one. But...
Exactly. Oh. Okay, who we got here? Oh, we got a moray. We got some. Oh, we got the anemone fish, but the black and white ones.
Yeah.
Got some Moorish idols.
Oh yeah, or Moorish idols.
It's honestly
Yeah.
so impressive how you can quickly identify.
I've got.
Well, it's just that it's so accurate in the game.
Yeah.
It's incredible. You know, some of the fish when we were streaming Subnautica last night, you know, they're built to be kind of more alien in nature, so it's kind of harder to relate them to what kind of animal it would be in the real world. But this is literally like if you were out there diving in the ocean, that's what these animals look like.
Yeah, literally even because we're on the
yeah.
seashore. Yeah, literally what you would see out there. There's a blue whale. There's the world's
buddy.
largest organism.
And a
Look
baby.
at you. They can be so you know records show that blue whales could be 100+ feet long. They don't quite get that big anymore if they ever quite did because they were hunted almost to extinction during the whaling phase. But you can see there the blue whale has that teeny tiny little dorsal fin there on the back, and that's really one way you can tell them apart from other whales besides how big their whale blow is. And look at them eating. When a blue whale opens up its mouth like that, by the way, it goes down nearly 90 degrees, which the game is doing a really good job of showing. And it's the largest biomechanical event that has ever occurred. They'll go, and there's a humpback whale there, which we have in the Monterey Bay. You can see where the dorsal fin is on the humpback whale further up the back there. So if you're ever wondering, did I just see a blue whale? They blow a blow that's like a fire hydrant. It's very different from the blue whale you got there behind you. Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, the largest blue whale on record is 112 feet long.
Okay.
But the humpback whales, if you're ever, you know, out there whale watching and you're trying to tell the difference between the whales that you're looking at, blue whales is just incredible because when they come up and they take that breath and that water just shoots up in the air, you see their back, and as it goes, it just keeps on going and going
Keeps
and going
going.
and going and going and going, and then finally you see the little fin, and then they're under the water. But the humpbacks, they really arch their back, and so you see that fin almost immediately when they're diving down. They also have, fun fact, the largest pectoral fin to body size ratio of any whale. So
Yeah.
those long pectoral fins are
Whoa.
almost like underwater there.
There's
Sorry,
a
Patrick,
whale.
you're-
No, there's a whale fall. So, you know, when we talk about whales there, you know, humpback whales can weigh, I think, 50 or 60 tons. And blue whales can weigh almost 200 tons. In fact, their tongue weighs the same as an elephant, about 5 tons, an African elephant. And so what you saw behind you there while Theresa was going by, there's another one. There's the whale falls. So a whale fall is when a whale dies, it will sink down to the seafloor, and obviously it brings with it literal tons of food there that powers an entire ecosystem down there. And it was thought back in the day when there were way more whales that they actually did a really they played a big role in regulating atmospheric carbon dioxide, because when you're looking at several tons of whale, you're looking at several tons of carbon that sink out into the deep. And once that food is down in the deep sea, it might take 1,000 years before that water gets recirculated back up to the surface. So you're looking at some carbon transport mechanism and also an entire ecosystem, basically a food court for a whole host of organisms on those whale falls there. Our shark friend, no!
Shark friend.
Save the shark friend.
Save the sharks.
I got it. I'm strong.
Oh,
Okay,
look at you
hopefully
go.
He doesn't eat you.
Nice.
Oh, he's my friend now. I protect him.
Solid. Oh, look at that
This
smile.
would be me if I see a shark in the wild. Hey, can I come play?
Did you see
Can I
that
pet-
big smile? No.
Oh.
That
Now, I
is-
actually think that might have been a female shark, because I didn't see any claspers on it.
No, didn't see any claspers on it. So if you look at the tail end of a shark, they've got two little pelvic fins that hang out there near the tail after the anal fin. And if the pelvic fins have little projections off of them. There was an opa. That was the red fin fish that goes by. Opa are one of the life fish of many of the aquarists, as far as like fish that they'd love to have on exhibit. I know John O'Sullivan, who works for the aquarium, loves Opa, and they are just absolutely stunning fish, but very sensitive. They have a skin that is very, very sensitive, so they're difficult to move around. That was super cool.
Teresa, do you have any life fish that you would love to have at the aquarium, but we haven't been able to exhibit yet?
Well, tiger sharks are one of my favorite. Other aquariums have done it, but we haven't really done it here. But then you get into stuff that needs a lot of room, like makos, threshers, things like that with big teeth, or gigantic squid.
So
that would be pretty cool.
if you like tiger sharks, would you say that they're great?
Yes, they are great.
Okay, I can do cereal puns. That is amazing. Can I just say I love the reference with that.
Oh, perfect. I deserve a Tony for the effort, right? Look at our squid. Look at our magnificent, I don't know what kind of squid they are, but certainly giant squid. Look at our, oh my goodness, the kelp is so cool. We got jellies. I'm gonna need a nap after this. This is so exciting. All these animals. Oh, cool. How's the run going, Charisse? I have no frame of reference.
It's going okay.
Okay.
There's some minor incidents here and there, but we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
I'm just trying to absorb all the information at the same time. This is so interesting.
No, just like the pressure that you're under down this far in the ocean, you're crushing it.
Or it's crushing you.
It's one atmosphere of pressure for every 10 meters you go down. So you're doing good.
You have to have the best pun to fact ratio I think I've ever seen, ever.
Oh, yeah, hear that, coworkers? That was positive reinforcement, and I won't be able to leave my house, not only because of the current pandemic, but because my head is too big to leave the room.
Oh, no. Well, Patrick, all you need to do is just dive down this deep, and that'll solve that problem. It'll help to
shrink it right down.
Yeah, shrink it right down. Well, it is filled with a whole bunch of hot air, which is a common question that we get at the aquarium as to how we can remove animals from the deep, bring them up to the sea surface. Many of the organisms that you're looking at don't really have air pockets in them, especially like the squid, for example. So one of the main considerations when we're exhibiting organisms that are coming down from deeper water, if they do have air sacs, we just got to bring them up real slow, like a rockfish. But if they're a squid or an invertebrate like a jelly, the main considerations are temperature and light, because organisms might be used to very cold water and they can actually cook if they come up to the surface where it's a little bit warmer. And then light can also be a pretty damaging thing. So pressure really affects our air pockets So if you are a fish with a swim bladder or a person with sinuses, you can really feel the pressure on your air pockets. But most other organisms, like a squid, for example, can swim up to the surface, right back down. And the thing that they're worried about is maybe oxygen, temperature, and light, and not so much. Wow. By the way, I didn't realize our shark was a multi-tool. That looked like, oh my goodness, nobody know.
He's trying to protect his friends.
Oh, shark friend.
No.
Oh no.
Sorry, this is an emotional low, but I think we bring it back up, right?
I hope so.
Well,
Oh,
Oh, no.
Shark friend. Oh. Well, this is as good of a time as any to plug, but no.
This is such a downer. I can't. I
Okay.
don't know if I can recover from this one.
Well, this is why
he was
we-
the good one. He didn't die in vain. He tried to protect.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Just-
this
Just in case we're feeling blue right now. I'm sure things will.
this is like a Mufasa moment. I'm gonna think about this for a minute.
Oh no, this is just getting worse.
No.
Come on, buddy. We know you're one of those sharks that needs to keep swimming to be able to breathe. Well, you did see the eyelid cover up its eye there. There are some marine science facts around that, but
Oh, and look, it has 5 gill slits.
I was just
Yes.
looking at that too. Yeah.
Yay!
it does actually have 5 gill slits, which is important. Modern sharks have 5, more ancient sharks have more. But, okay, so we just saw this tragedy with our shark friend, but that is part of the reason that the aquarium works on what's known as our Seafood Watch program. Around the world, a lot of sharks are unfortunately caught either as bycatch or caught in unsustainable ways. Bycatch being when you catch a shark when you're trying to catch a different species. And sharks the world over are really struggling in terms of their populations, their historic populations. There are far fewer sharks than there should be in the ocean. So if you folks are tuning in and you enjoy eating sushi or seafood generally, look up the Seafood Watch program, seafoodwatch.org, so that you know what kind of good seafood exists in your area. There are responsible seafoods out there that ensure that there are more sharks in the ocean going forward, because every environment that we're swimming through here in Azbu seems to have a shark in it, and that means that these environments are more healthy than many of our actual environments we have on Earth. The more sharks in the ocean, the better. And so Seafood Watch is one of the programs that we do at the aquarium to help ensure that there are more sharks in the future. I hope that gives some people some hope from seeing our friend there. It's just really quiet. Is everybody like
No,
bummed out,
we're
or
just
did everybody
we're
quit?
just
No.
riding this wave of emotions right
Okay,
now.
Yes.
riding the wave
Yeah.
of emotion.
I haven't
Emotion.
recovered. Our poor shark friend,
I was a bit, I was just waiting because that is the only skip in the game. So in that level, you have to open 2 doors, but if you jump there, you can skip it completely.
Oh.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's a wave of emotion.
Wait, was that a plesiosaur?
Yeah, I think that was a please. Hey, you're
Oh,
extinct.
hey, what's up, Nesty?
You want to talk about
Oh.
plesiosaurs, Emily?
I mean, if we want to dive into plesiosaur is not technically a dinosaur.
Yep, not a dinosaur.
That's all you need to know about them. They no longer exist, although in my
Whoa.
heart, Nessie will always live forever. So cool.
I think we just swam past a cookie cutter shark. I think it looked like it was either, I don't know. It looked like a potential cookie cutter shark. I mean, there's a gar.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's definitely a gar over
There's
there.
a gar swimming by.
It
Oh,
looks
whoa,
like
whoa.
we have like a lot of like ancient animals. that
Yeah,
they're
we're in the
representing
Cambrian
right here.
explosion room
Yeah,
right
we're in
now.
the-
We're seeing
yeah.
a lot of body shapes that were tried and tested for a long time. Didn't quite make the cut.
Look at that majestic neck. Look at
that.
those fins. So they would.
Ooh,
yeah.
flashlight fish. Or those could be cookie cutter sharks, because so cookie cutter sharks are a shark that has a round mouth that swim up to larger organisms like tuna or seals, and they have a perfectly circular mouth. They come up, they latch on, and then they suck off a cup of flesh, and they can actually do that to people who happen to be swimming around with them. And cookie cutter sharks have a ring of bioluminescence around their neck. So they are a bioluminescent shark. Bioluminescence is when an animal is making light, or an organism is making light. And so bioluminescent sharks are a thing, and cookie cutter sharks are a thing. And science is still out on whether or not it's chocolate chip or oatmeal raisin is the species in this particular game.
I was saying it's like a melon baller with teeth.
It is. Oh, man. If it was playing basketball, it would be a melon baller. Baller shark. Sorry. Tried to diversify. This is such a cool game.
It's so neat.
It is. I'm just trying to identify all the different fish. Oh, we got some swordfish. Yes. Swordfish, deep sea fish that we have out here in the Monterey Bay. Actually, one of the first commercially caught swordfish in the Monterey Bay was caught last year. In many decades, they were historically overfished as well. Look at this kelp forest. This is what I like to dive in. Oh, this is so cool. And the ring around the swordfish eye is actually an interesting part of the swordfish anatomy. They're visual hunters, but they have heating organs that are around their eyes to help them process visual information while they're down in the cold. So there's a bunch of different adaptations, a bunch of different fish families that have developed heating muscles to help warm themselves up, and all the way up to like a white shark has full body endothermy, that would be the OPA. Full body endothermy means that it's warm-blooded, very similar to us. And then white sharks have some endothermy where they have concentrated heat in their core functions. But then you can see there on the swordfish that they have those little organs around their eyes, and those would be heating organs in actual swordfish. And I'm on guard for any other swordfish puns that people might have there.
You're
so
got
to the point.
with that one.
So to the point.
Hey.
Nice.
You weren't on the fence at all.
Yeah, no, I think we did a fencing pun yesterday. Great job, Emily. You beat me to it. Dang it. Touche, Emily. Touche.
There you go. I was waiting for it.
Brought it back. Oh, man. We got our squid friends. We got our whale shark friends. What is this room, Charisse?
This is where life comes.
Yes!
I'm bubbling with excitement.
Oh my goodness, this is Jossum. Look at our shark friend.
Absolutely
Hark, a
fantastic.
shark. Fantastic.
So that's definitely a girl shark. Yeah.
So for the scientific name of white shark, it's Carcharodon carcarius. But in this particular moment, I want to say Carcharodon carcari. Yes, she's back. Look at that. Which Carcharodon carcarius means, I believe, it refers to the cutting edge on their teeth being serrated. Oh, and now we're diving down into. Whoa. So you fell through the world into the sky, into the ocean on the other side.
It's time to defeat the evil.
Let's
Ooh.
do it. Which evil
And we can only do it because the shark is here with us.
That's right.
Of course.
Well, you need
like we can only save the ocean if there are sharks in it. It's a perfect metaphor, really.
Look at the Jack School. Oh, that's so cool.
They look like giant trevally.
They do, yeah. Giant trevally. I've gone diving with Big Eye trevally in Mexico previously. Oh, we're defeating the evil now. Let's name each evil. So one is ocean acidification, overfishing, climate change, just breaking through all of the issues that the ocean's facing. Deep sea mining, boom. Thank you, Charisse, you're crushing.
Also, Theresa,
No, thank you for all the knowledge.
Let us know when time is as well, because
Yeah, we'll do. It's coming up soon, but not yet.
Okay.
Oh, you're like almost done already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's called a
Very
speed
ending.
run.
I know it's a speed run, but like, can you turn around and do it in reverse when we're done here? Because that was pretty sweet.
We don't
Shoot.
turtle here.
Oh no! So you mean there's going to be no celebration when we're done?
I mean, yeah, sure, we could have one.
Okay.
Celebration of the speed run and the speed run.
I mean, this has been totally awesome. So definitely look at the jellies.
I'm so jelly of how fast you went here, Therese. I'll take the low hanging pun.
Yeah.
Oh no, that one stung. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that one stung a little. That one stung. That was pretty. Goodness. It rung my bell certainly. The bell of the jelly
Tentacled our
bean. Pull some
fancy.
apart. Yeah, tentacular. Tentacled even. Dang. Shout out Azbu.
Yeah, it's nice to see a accurate portrayal of features.
Aw.
Whoa.
You said as a blue whale jumped 100 feet out of the water.
It looked
No.
right.
Okay,
it just
well-
didn't behave right.
If you could hear what the whale is saying, it was no big deal.
Yeah, we'll dock them 1 point for that.
Oh, it's still a whale of a jump to me. Come on now.
Was a whale.
All
of a
right.
jump. Yeah, it really leaned into it.
Get ready, because time is coming up soon.
Oh,
Oh.
We are all just like completely mesmerized.
yeah, destroying
by this right now.
so much evil in a row. You're getting a krillionaire. Okay.
And time.
Yes.
Hey, GG, get your GGs out for Therese. What a fast run.
GG's. Oh my goodness, that was so cool.
So what is going on here at the end of this, Therese?
You can actually move the diver, so they defeated the evil, and everything is becoming rich with life again.
Wow.
Oh.
And
Like
just
our-
in case anyone is wondering, in the shells that you do collect in this game, there's one here in the credits, so you have to go and find it in order to get the blue suit.
So, what's the significance of the blue suit?
Blue suit just means, so you start with the black suit, but once you collect all the shells, you get the blue suit, which makes it faster. So with the black suit, you can only boost, but with the blue suit, you can maintain your boost, which makes you go much, much faster.
Gotcha. Created by Giant Squid. Thank you, Giant Squid. I didn't realize that they had game development in the deep sea. I mean, that's just me being a little bit backwards.
I mean, with the 8 arms and the 2 tentacles, I mean, they
It's
can.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
controlling the.
Yes. Are they writing code or are they writing COD at that point?
Oh.
No,
Well,
they're
I do
using
wanna-
C++ for it, Pat.
Oh, C++, of course.
I want to remind you all, please do follow Therese on Twitch. That is Therese with an H on the end. If you see the
Yes.
display we have here that does that. Therese, thank you so much for being here. What a run. I'm really glad that we were able to share this with you and
No
our marine
problem.
biologist here.
This was so cool. Yeah.
That was so great, Therese. Thank you.
That was awesome.
And also, too, I do believe the Monterey Bay Aquarium
I
does
actually
have...
look forward to seeing you guys playing it.
Oh, yeah. When are you going to play it, actually? That's a good question.
We should invite you to the first one so you can point out how not to swim into the walls, or if there's something that can break, I'll break it. So if you just want to be there to walk us through it, no. Yeah, Emily, when I mean we've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing. We've got a few of those streams lined up, and that's twitch.tv/MontereyAQ. But yeah, we'll definitely. I mean, now that we've seen how incredible Abzu is, I'm so excited to play that. So that'll be coming up next for sure.
Yeah,
And if I'm
definitely.
not mistaken, actually, when you go near the species, you can learn more about them as well.
Oh yes,
What?
yes.
5 hours
boy.
later.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
that's all I'm doing from here on out.
Yeah, you completed the game in 35 minutes. It's going to take us 35 days to complete the game.
It's gonna take me 35 minutes to stop talking about the algae. That's incredible. Yeah, this is gonna be so cool to play. Yeah. So for those of you folks that are tuning in here, thank you so much to GDQ for having us. Yeah, we are doing we started our streaming here during quarantine. It's been such an amazing time spending time with all of you over on twitch.tv/Monterey AQ. We're also doing some streaming over on YouTube, and we are about 1,000 people away, 1,000 subs away from 100,000 on YouTube, which will help unlock some fundraising tools for us over on YouTube. We really would appreciate if you folks told your friends out there to subscribe to our YouTube channel. The aquarium is currently closed due to COVID-19, and so we're looking for ways to be able to create more content, spread that mission of ocean conservation that we have for the aquarium with all of you folks out there. And subscribing to our YouTube is a great way to support the aquarium during this time. We'll definitely see you over on Twitch. Emily, what am I forgetting? You were queen of the plugs yesterday.
You're doing a wonderful job. We've got Muffins in the chat right now, dropping the links
That's right. Yes,
to
thank you.
our Twitch, our YouTube, and a link where you can donate directly to the aquarium. Yeah, all those funds, whether it's a subscription through Twitch or donating directly, just goes directly to the aquarium to help us out while we're closed right now, help keep us afloat, and help people like Theresa feed 20,000 sardines in our school.
They gotta eat.
Exactly.
And just wanted to also shout out to Team Water Quality, who is also watching along in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Of course, bye Team Water Quality.
Thanks, Team Water Quality. Yeah, and also when we're not streaming games, we've got our live animal cams and the Monterey Bay cam that stream all throughout the week. So if you just need a nice little screensaver on the side, some ocean therapy there up on the screen, we've got those usually throughout the week when we're not playing the game. And yeah, I mean, it's just super awesome to be able to share some of the ocean information that we have with all you ocean folks out there, and fun to match the speed runs with some speed puns. So it's been a great time.
Pat, a quick update. We have hit almost 60 puns just in this first game. So I feel like
that's what's up.
We're doing a lot better than yesterday. Yesterday we were a little bit timid with the puns.
Yesterday we were no more. No. Like I said,
no holds sandbarred anymore.
No holds sandbarred.
Don't be timid with this crowd. The GDQ crowd is one of the most receptive to puns I've ever seen on all of Twitch. So do not hold any back, please.
Oh, we're going 3 digits today. Yeah, they say, another day, another sand dollar, but we're gonna try to make some money on this with the puns.
I just also want to shout out the chat really quickly because they've been putting out as many puns per second as y'all have been. So I just want to say I appreciate that effort, and I hope y'all continue to do so. And we also have 3 more runs ahead of us. So if you've all been enjoying yourself, there is much more where this comes from. Coming up next, we have Mekion with Ecco Jr., which is going to be so much fun. We'll be talking about dolphins and seeing dolphins. So if you love dolphins, we're doing all this on purpose for you all. So hold your seahorses. Got a few announcements here from GDQ, and then we're going to take a quick break. After all, we are surrounded by water. Be sure to hydrate. Hydration is very important. So remember, folks, GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, you have a Twitch Prime sub, so please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. Remember, tomorrow we'll be diving into Mercy Kill at 7 p.m. Eastern. What are we going to watch, or what are we going to watch? Oth will be showing off some of his rustiest water-themed games. And with that, we are going to take a quick break, folks. Get up, stretch, hydrate. We'll be right back with Ecco. Take care, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to GDQ Hotfix. This is Ocean Week, and we have this dolphinately rad run coming up. This is Ecco Jr. or Ecco Jr. I always get the two mixed up. It is Echo, as in like echolocation. That's how I've got to remember that from now on. We are here with Monterey Bay Aquarium staff, as well as our runner, Makian. Makian, welcome, and welcome everybody from the Monterey Bay Aquarium. How y'all doing?
Hey, we're good.
Hey, fantastic.
Good,
Thanks.
going good myself.
Yeah.
I blame Australian internet for everything.
Oh, no worries. And I think it's Echo the dolphin when it's echolocating, and Eco the dolphin when they're making eco-conscious choices in terms of packaging and not overfishing, things like that. So I think it goes both ways.
That's perfect.
That is.
That counts as a pun.
So I believe we have a new person here who was not in the last run from Monterey Bay. Would you like to introduce yourself and what you do?
Hi, I'm Jess. I'm one of the sea otter aquarists, and I take care of our fuzzy little girls.
Oh.
So your job is utterly possum.
It is Otterly Possum.
Yeah.
Utterly adorable.
For real. It's a lot of fun.
Positively
Utterly
the
possum.
best.
Does that count as 2 puns? Is that how this works?
I think it should. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
if I'm gonna effort into double puns, if there's puns within puns, I hope that they count double. We're trying to get into the triple digis today. It's been so much fun hanging out with the GDQ folks and the awesome speedrunners here. We wrapped up Abzu just moments before, and then here we are with Echo. It's just been so much fun to hang out with everybody, and actually, there's a community out there that enjoys the wordplay and the puns. So we're trying to match the speed runs with the speed puns for ocean conservation education here during these runs. It's been a whole lot of fun.
And I want to let y'all know, be sure to not blink. This run is very, very, very quick. So be sure to keep an eye on the screen. Be sure. Yes.
sure.
Otherwise, this run is going to be done before you know it. I've heard, and I'm going to take this one from the chat. This one is for real. So there's 2 more you can add. Compliments to the chat. Thank you very much for that double pun. I have to give credit to the chat for that one. Makian, you ready to go?
I am ready, and we're going to have a bit of a different run. I'm not just doing an 80% run, as we're specifically doing hard mode. As for previous things, well, Australian internet happened. Everyone who's been in Australia knows why that's an issue. But,
you ready to count us down?
I'm indeed ready. This is, of course, pretty much the only Echo game where we don't play as Echo. Instead, we're going to be picking Kitney, who I believe the manual calls a Northern Atlantic bottlenose. There's also Tara. We don't play as Tara. She's the slowest one of the lot.
Yeah, this is not the Orcasian to play with Tara, the orca, right?
I do apologize. I'll be laughing at several.
No, I thought that was a killer pun.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Okay.
Wasn't a fluke.
All right, let's make things happen. We begin once we fade out from here. So, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right.
Right. The plot of Ecco Jr. consists around the glyphs, Atlantean relics that are crystals, basically sending us out to find various creatures and objects for them so they can send us to meet the big blue, the blue whale, who is a big blue whale.
Oh, that's an apt descriptor then for the name.
Indeed, indeed.
And we just saw big blue whales over in Abzu. We have blue whales actually that almost made their way into the Monterey Bay a few months ago. They were hanging out off of San Francisco, and they blue whales are the largest organism that's ever existed on the planet as far as we know, the heaviest, weighing almost 200 tons, the biggest one over 110 feet long, 30 meters for the folks in the metric world. So, I mean, just those 2 facts alone. Well, the fact that a blue whale's tongue weighs the same as an African elephant, around 5 tons. I mean, those are the kinds of facts that will just blew your mind, or certainly did mine when you talk about blue whales. That was a long walk full of whale information just to get to that.
It was
pun.
a long swim. Yeah, it was a long swim. For that one.
But you know what? These aren't just a fluke. I'm going to give myself a whale done and a couple of pats on the back for myself. I mean, I'm always pat on the back. I'm always pat on the back, but. So Jessica, can you tell us? Sorry, Jess. Tell us a little bit about your work with marine mammals, because for the folks in the chat, we do have an expert working with sea otters working with us right now on this stream. So what's the speed run looking like to you? If this was an otter, what would be different?
It would be a lot slower if it were an otter, and it would be just at the surface primarily.
Okay.
Yeah. I actually do have a history working with dolphins, so it's pretty cool watching this. Yeah, I've got a bit of a history with just volunteering with dolphins. They're pretty awesome. But
can you tell us about that experience? What was it like?
It was great. It's my intro to working with marine mammals. They're super charismatic and just absolutely fun. And watching this, run through, the speed run works pretty well with marine mammals, as they're super streamlined. They're really well adapted to the ocean. So
really whale.
Yeah, really whale.
Adapted, yes. Where did you work? Oh, sorry.
I wanted to know, do you have any fun or funny stories involving the otters? Because I know they can be quite characters.
I have a lot of stories. Let's try to see if specific. You have like I don't know where to go for fun otter stories. I mean, they're super just honestly troublesome animals. If you think about it, they're related to weasels, so they're gonna get themselves in a lot of trouble. You guys might know about in the past we had to remodel our exhibit quite a few years ago because one of our otters, Kit, actually decided she wanted to remodel the exhibit on her own, and she pulled off a bunch of the cement rock work and laid it out on deck for our handlers to find it one day. So she's probably one of our most expensive sea otters, actually, for having to redo a lot of our exhibits.
And that's my favorite part of the story too, is that Kit was very proud of her work as an otter, right? Where she just took all of the rock work out and then laid it up on the deck, like, look what I did.
Yes. They actually also recently, in this last year, I believe, they did a very similar thing where they pulled off the plates that cover the edges of the window seals, and they did the same thing where they laid that plate right across the deck, and come in the morning and you're like, someone had too much fun.
And you probably, so we just got the sound of the ocean unlocked there, I think from Mekion. So was there any alarm sounds to let you know that this had happened, or you kind of come in the morning and see what the girls got up to?
Every morning is a surprise. Every morning.
I
gotta like to keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's true. I mean, that's one of the reasons why you have to teach them the stick 'em up behavior, right, Jess?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. They have these extra skin folds under their arms, and they're called a pocket. So they can stuff all sorts of fun contraband in there and weasel away rocks or shells. And we've had otters pull screws out of places they shouldn't pull screws out of, and they'll just shove them and hide them away in their little pockets.
And we do have to acknowledge the weasel away pun that you fit in there, Jess. That was expert. That was well done. And Kit was one of the first otters that I worked with at the aquarium. I was a volunteer with the sea otters, and I actually helped take care of her when she was a young pup. And it was a very proud moment to see her grow up. But I do remember when we were working with her behind the scenes, is that she was definitely the otter that you would consider to be the clever girl, because you would see her teaching the other rescued otters how to help her out in her little scheme. And one of her schemes was that she figured out how to put one of the tubs that we would just float in the exhibit for them to play in. She would put those tubs under this haul out, this big bench basically that would allow the otters to get out of the water if they wanted to. And so she would fill basically the tubs with air, shove them up under the haul out, which was very, very heavy, but effectively float the haul out or make it a little bit lighter. And then she would have the other otters help her push the haul out towards the door, so that then when you, as a young college student, go over there at 11:30 with a pile of food, you could open up that door and there would be Kit and her friends right there at the door saying, "Hi, food please." And it was always very scary. You'd shove the door real quick, throw the food in, and you could watch it on the replay where she's basically showing the other otters how to do that. So Kit is a mastermind sea otter. We've seen her destroy enrichments much faster than we would have thought she would be able to. So definitely a parallel thinker, that Kit. We love her a lot.
Yeah, you'd be very proud to know that she's still keeping up with that same behavior.
Is she really?
She is, and instead of just she still will lift the haul outs with the buckets we offer her, but she's evolved to just being able to push the tables themselves.
No way.
With her own swing power. It's quite impressive and also quite terrifying at the same time.
Kit.
Yeah.
Oh, I love you, Kit.
Speaking of more exhibits that she's had to fix because of her, she's now started moving haul outs to the edges of the tank, and then she'll stand on the table and then put her paws up on the ledges. And it's terrifying when you come up and you're like, oh, she's now pawed up on the very edges of the top of the tank.
Whoa. And so if sea otters had clavicles, if they had those collarbones, she might have actually been able to do a full pull up out of the. So we can thank marine mammal evolution there, at least to keep her a little bit further back than where she could have been, a rock climbing sea otter.
Yes, she'd be very good at that.
Oh my goodness. So it's like instead of free solo, it's fur solo if she was to climb up this side there.
Well done, Patrick.
Thank you.
So,
Would it be sea solo?
do the otters ever look guilty? You say you don't know what you're going to find in the morning. Do they ever look guilty, or are they always very proud of whatever project they've decided to work on? Let that be something silly or something a little more destructive.
They definitely look proud of it a lot of the time. They might give you a side eye, but they're looking at you because they know what they did.
Mekion, I wanted to check in. How's the run going?
Very good. We're just in the worst level of the game at the moment. With fish caves, we need to push fish around into these caves guarded by giant seahorse. Unfortunately, the fish don't really want to be pushed, and it's the worst level as a result. Complete random number generator there.
Gotcha.
Thankfully, we finished it up, though, by Turtle Islands here, where we have to get a turtle to the water.
Okay.
We have to throw... Didn't want to be grabbed that time. Have to carefully grab it. There we go. And throw it at a tortoise that's underwater for some reason. Don't worry about it. It makes some sort of sense.
Oh, underwater tortoise.
Yep.
Interesting. There it was. Maybe one of the few surviving Galapagos tortoises from...
Quite possibly. This could be where they're all hiding out.
That's why, yeah, we haven't been able to find any more. They're all hanging out underwater.
Right. Jess, so when you worked with the dolphins, can you tell us a little bit about their echolocation? Because you were probably working with them with similar with things related to their echolocation, right? Just to bring it back to the full blown, just to really shoehorn in the name Ecco the dolphin and some of your previous work with dolphins.
Yeah, totally. The work I did with dolphins was really neat in the sense that the lab I was working at, they did physiology research with dolphins. So they have gone off a little bit off the echolocation, but they we learned a lot about just how well dolphins are able to survive on the wild with their streamline ability and their physiology and how they're adapted to their environment. But echolocation in this game seems pretty accurate in the sense that they're echolocating forwards, which is how it works. They're going to be shooting their pushing sound forwards, and it's going to reverberate back to them, and they hear it back through their lower jaw. So this game seems pretty accurate, minus the floating jewels that you'll see that are going to be carried around with them telekinesisly, but telekinetically.
That's just Ecco lore. Dolphins are just telepathic in Ecco for some reason. Don't worry about it.
Telepathic and telekinetic. So that's something that we don't see in dolphins.
No, typically not. So there are a few facts that I wanted to share just about echolocation. Just I see it's 10 minutes in, and you were saying 18 minutes, so I want to make sure to fit it in there. And if anyone else has other awesome echolocation facts they want to share, but mine is just when I learned how it is that dolphins make their echolocation clicks, how they make their sounds. It's a really amazing thing. In their blowhole, they have these muscles that rub together, and they're called the monkey lips. And basically they push air between the monkey lips, and the vibration of those muscles and how tight they hold them together that's how they're able to make their sound. And it's a very, very similar way if you were blowing out through your lips to be able to make just a kind of sound. But also a very similar way is if anyone happens to have had beans earlier in the day and they are making noise, that is also the same type of mechanism of skin flaps flapping together with air rushing by them. So the monkey lips in the blowhole area there is how they're making those clicks and those noises and those whistles. And so I just wanted to point that out because that was something that really blew my mind to figure out how it is that these animals are making that sound. It's with vibrating skin muscle flaps called the monkey lips there. So that was just something fun. And sperm whales, the largest of the toothed whales, have insanely powerful echolocation capabilities that some people think they use their echolocation to stun their prey. And it seems like Mekion's using some of that here in the run at times. But anyway, that was my echolocation fact. I just want to make sure we got the monkey lips out there, just monkeying around with some echolocation facts in Echo the Dolphin.
No, that was great, Patrick.
Oh, thanks. Nice. Well, you're never gonna catch me slipping on on a banana peel when it comes to monkey lips facts. So you'll never catch me slipping on those. Did that work? That was more of a stretch. I tried.
I was gonna say it had a peel.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, nice.
As far as I'm concerned, it counts.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. And sound in the ocean. I mean, you're collecting more of these rings here. We should point out that sound to many animals in the ocean is sort of like how eyesight is to us and other organisms on land, where you can see really, really far on land, many, many miles on a clear day. But in the ocean, you can't usually see that far, but you can hear that far, certainly. So sound is really an adaptation in whales and many organisms, shrimp, etc. Sound is really important for these organisms, and that echolocation not only to help them find their food, but also communication over long, long distances. Big whales are known to do something called echo ranging instead of echolocation. Echolocation, you can get really, really small resolution. You can find things that are very tiny, but echo ranging is something that big whales are able to do with their whale song, where their song will vibrate off of continental shelves and islands and icebergs, and they're able to tell ahead of time where they're headed or where they might be in the ocean basin. With echo ranging is the term for what some baleen whales do if they're not echolocating with these fast clicks. Okay, I'm done.
Forever?
Oh, I mean, I can leave. Bye, everybody. Thanks, Mekion. No, it's been good. No, awesome. No, I understand. Sorry, chat. That was too many echolocation facts in a row. Yeah, I mean, I guess after talking about the monkey lips, it was monkey see, monkey don't, and I didn't. Monkey see, of course, SEA. I didn't realize.
How can we follow that up? Although, I guess, just by casually just glitching out of the wall there, we can try to follow up all those amazing echolocation facts as we try to get this clam here to register that we're trying to echolocate it. Don't worry about the factor in the wall. It was actually discovered by Grimshins, a Tides of Time runner.
Nice.
I believe it's next up. So if you ever do just, want to run an Echo game, I do recommend Ecco Jr. Very casual run. And, fair slimy around the game. He found out how to glitch through the walls. So sadly, things to still be discovered in the game.
Very cool. You got 3 more levels to go.
Indeed, indeed. Just got to throw this seahorse towards another seahorse.
Oh my goodness. Are they going to be okay corral from that?
Sure hope so.
Sorry, that was a decent horse pun, right?
We missed the shell roundup level for that one. That would have been perfect on that awful level, but oh well.
And I didn't hear anyone saying nay to it, so.
I mean, we're talking about seahorses, but this is a speed run, so Mekion, I need you to giddy up. Hey. Dolphins related to horses and other ungulates in terms of their evolution. That's another way to bring it in.
I'm borrowing this one from the chat. Stop horsing around, Mekion.
Ooh.
I gotta shout out chat. There's some really good ones in here.
Mm-hmm.
It is though just fascinating to see the connections happening in your mind right now, Pat.
Yeah. And I don't know if this is raising our esteem from the animal care world of Jess to what we do up in social media, but I hope if you ever see us walking around the exhibit hall looking confused and preoccupied, you now understand what's going on in our heads of trying to come up with these things.
I'm digging it. Don't worry.
Okay. Perfect. Digging it like a dolphin going after a stingray hiding in the sand.
Digging it like an otter going after a clam.
Oh.
Aw.
Nice. More songs of the ocean.
The very last song of the ocean, sadly, as that is in fact the second to last level. We just have to gather everyone up. Time is not on this level, it'll be on the next level once the blue whale lets out a spurt of water, but we are almost done with the game. Just have to collect one dolphin and torch that crab, and we are out of here.
Let's do it.
There's Echo.
What's up, Echo? Echo. That was the first one of those.
No, the first one of those. Oh, there'll be plenty of room for more of those.
Oh, yeah.
Time is very soon. We're at the Endless Sea, where there are two blue whales. Don't worry about the one in the background. We only need to speak to this one.
Hello.
And time will be once the blue whale spurts water. There we go. That's time.
Woo!
Woo!
1807.
1807. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. That
Nicely
is Ecco Jr. And for the final stream, we get to watch all of the glyphs we've collected shatter into thousands of pieces.
Oh, is that whimsical or is it kind of...
Well, it depends how long you've been playing Echo the Dolphin, as the glyphs show up in other games, and some of them might be quite... Yeah, if you played a lot of Echo games, it's a bit more of an enjoyable scene than not.
Did you have a preferred glyph in there? If you had to rank them, would you have a hierarchy of glyphs or a hieroglyph? If you catch my meaning.
Oh, I like the one on the volcano level. It's a different color from the rest. I use a weird palette for it for some reason. Only that one level, though.
Well, sorry that all your glyphs broke, but I do want to say that was a gem of a run, so...
Yeah.
Thank you.
I mean, if the volcano one is your favorite, you can say that you lava it.
Oh, we love that.
So, folks, don't forget to follow Mechion. I believe it's at the same spelling, twitch.tv/Mechion. Always make sure to follow the runner. And also, too, remember that Monterey Bay also has their own Twitch channel and their own YouTube if you'd all like to plug that.
That's right. Games done slowly and never completed by Monterey Bay Aquarium, where we talk a lot about the animals. Twitch.tv/MontereyAQ. Emily, you wanna run us through the puns? I did the plugs rather. I did the plugs last time.
No, we take care of the puns during the stream now. Now we take care of the plugs. Yeah. So if you head on over to twitch.tv/Monterey Bay Aquarium. Nope, that's not it. Let's rewind there. Twitch.tv/MontereyAQ. It's youtube.com/Monterey Bay Aquarium. You can see what we're up to. SEA, what we're up to over there. I know that if you are a fan of the video games, we have stuff for you there with our Animal Crossing streams that we've been up to. Pat and I hang out in the game and talk about the marine science that's in it and the natural history that's in it. Sometimes we have amazing guests on to come talk about the other natural history aspects of the game, like the different kinds of bugs that you can collect, or even the art. We had someone from the Getty Museum on most recently, but it's always a fun time over there. We're hoping to kind of dive into some more games in the future as well, so that's sure to be a fun time. But we're always up to something on our channels, whether it's YouTube or Twitch or any your social media platform of choice. You can find us, but we've got daily live cams where you can check out our animal exhibits, including our sea otters, in case you want to see Kit get into mischief. Personally, you can tune into our sea otter cam and check that out. Sometimes we're streaming it to Twitch. It's always on our website, though, montereybayaquarium.org, so you can watch the otters be cute and fuzzy and adorable all day long. But then we're also up to different live streams, whether it's interviewing our colleagues over at the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute who study the deep sea and the amazing things that they are up to, or we're talking to some of our aquarists at the aquarium and going behind the scenes and checking out the animals. Patrick and I love to hang out with them, and so we've been trying to do lots and lots of live streams while we're closed right now. Of course, if you're subscribing to those channels, all of that money goes directly to help supporting the aquarium while we're closed. You can also donate directly to the aquarium. I saw that Muffins was in there dropping some of those links in the chat right now, so you can check it out. You can buy merch on our website, so that you can get an amazing sea otter face mask if you would like, or a sea otter plush, or your animal of choice. Insert here. We've got some merch that you can buy, and proceeds from that help to support the aquarium as well. Pat, I'm forgetting so many things.
Oh, no, I think you covered so much of it. It's just been so much fun to be able to spread the aquarium's mission of ocean conservation with everybody here over on Twitch on our channel. Thank you to Muffins for getting us on the stream, talking to all the GDQ community. Just want to say thanks again to Jess, Sea Otter Aquarist Extraordinaire, for joining us here, taking some time away from the fur balls to come and chat with all you folks out there. Thanks to Mekion for the amazing run, Sky for helping us, Richard over on the tech front. So it's just been so much fun to interact with the Twitch community, and we look forward to doing way more in the future with all of you. Yep.
And Jess is gonna.
We do have 2 runs left. We do have 2 runs left.
We have 2 runs left, Pat.
Yeah, I was going to say we are far from over here tonight.
Sorry.
So again, thank you.
I just get all up in my feels or the eels, thinking about how much fun this is. And yeah, I'm just so excited. There's even more to come. But just want to say thanks in case I forget later.
Absolutely, and thank y'all again, Mekion. Thank you so much for your run. And remember, folks, GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Twitch Prime sub, so please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. Remember, SGDQ 2020 online prize submissions are now open. If you are interested in submitting a prize, go to GameStoneQuick.com for more information. And with that, everyone, get up, stretch, hydrate. Those are all very important things. We will be right back. We have Ecco Tides of Time by Grimshins coming up. We will be right back. All right, folks, welcome back to GDQ Hotfix. We are continuing Ocean Week. We have our third segment of tonight, Humpback to the Future. And again, these are not my puns. These are the puns of the lovely people from the Monterey Bay Aquarium. We have Grimshins, who's going to be running Ecco the Tides of Time, any percent. See, I'm reading all kinds of different things. There's so many puns tonight. It just scrambles my language here. But we have Emily, Patrick, and Jess here from the Monterey Bay Aquarium, as well as Grim. So welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
I feel like we just saw an Ecco game, and this is an echo of Ecco. It's reminiscent already. This is great. Hi, Grim Shins. It's good to meet you. I'm Pat.
Hello. Good to meet you as well. Been loving the commentary so far.
Oh, yes. Perfect.
Otherwise, this is going to be rough.
Yeah. Not a fan of puns. Oh, no.
No danger of that. No danger of that. Yeah, I mean, this is Ecco the Tides of Time. It's a sequel to the original Ecco the Dolphin, which had, all sorts of highly accurate marine biology, such as time travel and fighting aliens, and this takes place immediately after that game.
This is awesome. Yeah, it's about time we got to some time travel in here.
So, Grim, got a quick question for you, by the way. Is your audio cutting in and out a little bit? We've been hearing some stuff from the chat, and apparently it's just something you may want to check over quick.
My levels. Let me check on my end real quick.
All right, we'll take a quick tech break right now to sort out some stuff. We'll be right back, folks. We want to make sure we get. All right, folks, welcome back to GDQ Hotfix's Ocean Week. We are Hunt Back to the Future. I think we caught the gist of this time warp here. So if you're getting deja vu, that's okay. It's not just you. I believe everything should be set to go with the tag. Grim, are you ready to go?
Yeah, let me just reset the game real quick because a memory manipulation that I'm going to be doing later in the run does depend on it. But I will give you a count off from 5 starting in a moment.
Okay.
Just need to get to the select screen here. All right, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck and have fun, Grim.
So this game moves pretty fast. I'm gonna try to explain some stuff, but yeah, mostly we start off in home bay and swim into these rings, and we're in the first sort of 3D stage where there's not a whole lot to do except swim through these rings. They take us great distances.
You got some Nautilus friends going by.
Yes. I was actually going to mention that because the chambered Nautilus is my favorite marine creature.
That's what's up. That's right. Time to cephalopody then. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Or
Yeah.
Nautilus. Cephalopody or Nautilus. It's totally.
The main thing here is that I want to be mashing the B and C buttons as quickly as possible to maintain maximum speeds. Each time I do that, I'm going to be charging. The rings are spaced exactly 4 charges apart, so it's pretty easy to do things. This level normally has a really long puzzle in it, but this is a speed run, so instead we are just going to swim through a wall.
Oh, okay. Now, Jess. Yeah, I mean, well done, Jess. Worked with dolphins. Have you ever seen that happen before with a dolphin clipping through a wall like that?
Yeah, I've never seen that. It's quite impressive to see this happening.
Okay. Have you ever been concerned about dolphins figuring out a way out, though? That was a question from the previous chat, whether or not dolphins are trying to figure out how to get the keys from you.
No, but I have seen them lift gates, some of the underwater gates before. They are quite strong.
Okay. So, yeah, that's often a question we get with marine mammals is whether or not they're just always trying to figure out how to mess with you. So that's good to know about that.
I certainly hope they are. In these first 4 levels, I'm trying very hard to not do any U-turns or exit the water, because that's actually going to set up 2 values in memory to where I need them to be to skip an 8-second-long cutscene in the next level. So, been mostly paying attention here, and hopefully it goes well. We use this turtle to block a current, so it can swim down.
And the turtle didn't seem like a willing participant in that, but you gotta do what you gotta do for the speed.
Yep. And if you ever wanted to know what dolphins are gonna look like in the future, this is Trelia. She's your descendant. She is telekinetic, psychic, can like communicate with you through her thoughts, and Also, apparently, these dolphins of the future can fly. I think the lore of the game is that they've got helium sacs or something.
So they have really high-pitched voices. So
Yep. And
So that
got
means-
the skip, so our memory values were good.
Nice. So that means Echo sounds like, "Hey, I'm Echo," and then Trillia is just like, "Hi, I'm Echo." Is that? Hello, everybody. Whoa, they are flying. Look at that.
Yep.
Oh my
And
god.
we actually use them to propel ourselves up here, and we're supposed to play a long level, but you can just jump around that glyph. I'm going to be doing something similar on this level. It's a sub-pixel perfect, frame perfect trick, and even if I do it the first time, it only saves 3 seconds, but YOLO. Oh, almost had it.
Oh.
Third time's the charm.
Nice.
And in the future, it's explained that the ocean is sentient and all of the oceans of the world are kind of connected through this vascular system of water tubes. So.
Well, it's similar to what happens in plants. Right now, it seems like you're going with the phloem, right? That's for the biology folks out there, the xylem and the phloem. Anyway.
Oh boy.
I actually got that one.
Well, and if you're going with the flow, it means you're having a plankton of fun, because when you're a plankton, it has nothing to do with size. It's a lifestyle. If you go with the flow, you're a plankton. So if you are, any of you tuning into the chat here, if you're just drifting through life with no real direction, just tell the people judging you in your life that you're plankton. You'll sell a lot at some point or not. Just keep going with the flow, everybody. All right, that was my plankton joke.
This level has a giant floating jellyfish that
yes,
we try
it
to
does.
avoid. You see a lot more of it on hard mode, but on any percent, we mostly avoid it.
Whoa.
Yeah, that would definitely sting on your time and estimate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it can, because if you fall on that level, you have to replay the previous 2 stages. This
Dang.
level has some bizarre bubbles that I sing to, and they just kind of hurl me through the air.
This is fascinating, the physics that are going on right now.
The
But
physics engine's actually quite advanced. It's pretty
Yeah.
incredible for a 16-bit game.
it's so interestingly, the fact that you're echolocating on the bubbles there, that's actually part of how that's usually the part of the body on fishes that many of dolphins are finding with their echolocation is the reflection off of the swim bladders, and that's
So,
you can
Yeah. Probably
Anyway.
wondering why I turned into a bird there.
A bird,
yeah, I
yeah.
do that
Yeah.
I was a
sometimes.
little curious. Yeah.
yeah. What was going on there?
That is a metasphere. It turns you into a different life form in order to complete some of the game's puzzles. Casually, if you play this game, you turn into a bird, a shark, an alien, a school of fish, a jellyfish. But we only ever use the bird form because it's fast and useful for some pretty good glitches.
Nice. So definitely a feather in your cap if you can get the bird form and accelerate there.
Oh yeah, particularly if you get the tricks the first time, because they're among the most difficult in the game to do.
Nice. I couldn't tell what kind of bird it was, but if it was a parrot, that would explain all the polygons that we're seeing in here. We're at 111 puns. Sorry, I'm proud of myself at this point. Thank you for thank you for your speedrun Grimshins, but we just hit.
Yes. Hey. This one's why we like birds form so much coming up. If I position
Oh, whoa.
myself correctly and dive, I can clip through that rock and swim straight to the exit. Skip a whole bunch of the level.
Okay. Yeah, I hope folks realize that dolphins can actually swim through rocks after clipping into them from being a bird. If you did believe that, you were being rather gullible, which appeared to be the type of bird that you were.
And so after we put together this broken glyph, get the key song, got some kind of anachronistic looking sea life there with, I'm not sure what those creatures with the conical shells were, but...
Oh, those are some ancient shelled cephalopods. I forget exactly the name of them, but yeah, we have some of the some artwork with those ancient cephalopods, shelled cephalopods. We mentioned that in the previous run that back in the day, the ocean was dominated by shelled cephalopods before they were outcompeted by faster fishes and unshelled mollusks out there. Whoa!
This giant double helix that we're swimming through is the Asterite, who is the oldest creature in the sea. It gave us the power to defeat the aliens in the first game, and explains that the aliens found out, got mad, came to the present to kill it, and it explains to you, you got to go back to the past or your present to save its life. And we're going to do that, but first we're going to save some lost orcas in a level that is very creatively titled Lost Orcas.
I just wanted to pop in. Sorry, I had taking a sip of water there. The ancient cephalopods with those pointed shells are called orthoceras.
Orthoceras. Okay, perfect.
Put it in the chat to help with that.
So we got some lost orcas.
Yep, just got to swim past them, and they start following us.
Gotcha.
There are 4 in any percent. In hard mode, there are 8 in total, and the level's a lot longer. But any percent is a speedier run, so that's why we're doing it.
If you were doing this run as the orca, we could have, with the speed run, we could have called it the Sea Panda Express. We sometimes call the orcas the pandas of the sea, the panda dolphins.
So now that we've rescued these orcas, this one is going to lead us to the exit of the level. It's actually pretty fascinating because the level exit doesn't spawn until this orca hits a certain point. So we've got to keep it on screen. It's pretty much an auto-scroller.
Wow. Or as we were mentioning earlier, especially with Jess on the stream, an auteur-scroller. Now,
there is a point that the orca hits. Once it hits that, the exit spawns in, and I can swim to the end of the level, and that's right about now. You gotta make sure not to go too far to the left, because otherwise the exit will despawn, which is really annoying. And speaking of annoying, in this level, we've got to talk to this fine gentleman here, Blackfin the dolphin, who's a real jerk. We've got to follow him, but he likes to show off some dolphin machismo and try to lose us in the process. So just gotta keep up with him. He's kind of an idiot, frankly, because sometimes he misses jumps, other times he gets stuck in walls and can despawn, and if that happens, you have to go back and find him again. And casually, it's really funny because if you repeatedly fail at trying to follow him, he'll start to roast you and say, I can't believe that you're the great Ecco the dolphin and all that, and eventually just takes pity on you and gives you the song that you need to progress.
Really? Wow. We need Blackfin to chill out. Take an odontist seat, as it were, Blackfin, and just stop trying so hard.
You might notice that occasionally I'm breaking things with my sonar. Basically, if I charge in sonar at the same time, that lets me do a ranged attack. And we see our first alien there for a few frames.
Yeah.
Make very sure to kill it, because this game does not have invulnerability frames, and it also calculates damage per frame. So if you happen to get overlapped by an enemy, you'll be dead in about 20 frames, or a third of a second.
Whoa.
Yeah, the game is known for being rather difficult.
Yeah, someone was saying in the chat that this is what made everybody want Mario Kart, was just give us something a little bit more straightforward, everybody. So who are you moving right there? Those look like cardinal fish.
Yeah, those are the stone-eating stars, the game calls them.
Oh, stone-eating stars, okay.
Yeah, they basically just break through stone. In this section, we do a little trick called charge boosting that lets us accelerate really quickly by doing a slide from C to A on the controller. Supposed to turn into a jellyfish in this level, but it's a lot faster just to swim up through the jellyfish. We've got enough health just to eat the damage.
Whoa. And folks, if you have followed us on the aquarium's Twitch, we can show you what it looks like when my face charges through jellyfish just like that. It does not go as well as you just made it look there, Grimshins. I can tell you from personal experience, if you do that with your human face, you're going to have a bad time with it.
Yeah, I remember 1 year growing up, the beach that my family went to had like a sort of real bad year with jellyfish larvae or something that was causing like some of my cousins to get real bad allergic reactions after swimming in the water.
Oh man. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't recommend being stung repeatedly by jellies. They do a really good job with what they're doing. Yeah, their defense mechanisms are out of Nido's sight, is what I'm trying to say. And that is specifically the stinging cell that they have that has the stinging organ known as the nematocyst in them. And of course, if you get stung by one of those, it's going to be a nematosystem of a downer of a day for your.
Oh my goodness.
That's right, everybody. I've got the ridiculous ones on today.
That should count for 5, honestly.
I hope so. That was great for myself.
Speaking of chop suey, we're going to feed a fish to this dolphin so that we can progress. Grab this glyph, jump over here, past some sharks, and again, some more anachronistic creatures. And you're going to be seeing some real interesting creatures in the next level. Got some boulders here to push through these currents.
Gotcha. Jessica, how does this game compare to your experience with dolphins and compared to Ecco Jr. there?
I'm super impressed by this, time jumping, flying that is happening.
Have you ever seen any of the dolphins that you were working with play with a gigantic Murex shell like we just saw there?
I have not, no, but they do also enjoy just, playing with like all sorts of toys, and they're really cute actually when you give them something like a rub rope or something. If you guys know about dolphins, they actually fluff their skin like almost 5 times faster than people do, and they'll like completely regrow their first layer of skin after like 2 hours. So they're really fun watching them rub up against the rub rope. So it's kind of like exfoliating their skin.
Yeah, they go through 12 layers of skin a day, right? Like they're just constantly sloughing that off. So if a dolphin ever comes up for a scratch, it's not so much maybe out of affection, but out of exfoliating.
Yeah.
So now with the giant shells at the bottom here, we can actually fight the boss, this rather large red eel. There is a chance that it'll just get an instant kill on it, but now the asteroid's looking a little bit worse for wear than last time we saw it, and now we've got to put it back together.
Gotcha. Jess, that's often a question that people have. What does a dolphin feel like?
They kind of feel like a hot dog or like a super overcooked boiled egg.
It's so appealing.
Yeah. But there's
everybody's favorite animal.
Yeah.
Take a raw hot dog and poke it.
So you're talking about toys before. What kind of toys do otters like to play with?
Way to go, Sky.
Yeah, bring it back. I love it. We love to give our girls, similar toys you would give like your cat or dog, just because they're really good at destroying things, and we want to give them things that are safe. So nothing like metal or that they could tear up, but things that we can mimic, the shelled food that they would have out in the wild, because they love to take their toys and bang them on windows. And if we give them any sort of hard like plastic toy or anything that's like metal or super fragile, it'll just shatter. And those like Kongs or other toys that you give like your cat or dog, they really love those ones.
So I'm doing a skip in this level because it's long and there are like 10 pairs of globes to collect, but instead we use these glyphs and kind of use a funny property. When you sing to them, then immediately charge into them, they can boost you through walls. Whoa. So we use that to skip a very long level. There's a similar trick in this level, which has a lot of blue whales in it. if I mess up the trick on this level, it's a soft lock, so hopefully I don't do that.
We believe in you.
Did not soft lock the game, so that's good.
Oh, good. I
Yeah.
crossed my fins for that one.
Oh,
You're a seasoned pro. Seasoned.
that's right.
Well, I am the world record holder in both categories, so I should hope I know what I'm doing in this. And the Asterite's looking substantially healthier. We definitely collected all those pairs.
If you had soft locked the game, I would have started flipping out, and they would have called me Flipper. Sorry, I didn't mean to bring up another famous dolphin in the middle, but I was trying to figure out if there was an opening, and I found it, I think.
One kind of interesting thing about these orbs is I've got to be careful to make sure that they are actually orbiting me when I go into the ring, because if they're not orbiting around me, if they're just in a straight line, they actually won't spawn on the other side of the ring. And it wastes a lot of time because you got to go back and grab them again. Like, for instance, they weren't moving, so I had to intentionally bonk against the wall to kind of coax them into an orbit.
Can we get some orbs from the GDQ chat? That's an old speedrunning meme.
Oh, that's awesome. Someone in the chat is saying, does speedrunning Echo give you porpoise, Grimshins? That was.
Oh, yes, yes, yeah. It is.
Oh, this is great.
And now that the Asterite's mostly rebuilt, it relays to us that its final pair was actually taken to the future by the aliens. Unfortunately, the time machine that we used in Atlantis in the first game can only send me to the past, so it's up to me to figure out how to get to the dark future. On this level, I'm supposed to turn into a shark, which is cool, but also slow. So instead, we turn into the bird and use it to clip through a wall and swim to the bottom of the level.
Whoa.
Wow.
Dang.
That's the hardest trick to do in the game, by the way. And hey, first
MVP.
try.
You're really on the ball here, Grim.
Yeah.
And we actually like the sharks in this level because every time we charge into a shark, our cooldown timer for the charge resets, so we can go really fast.
Wow, more shark friends?
More shark friends.
Yes, these sharks are friends because they're helping us out.
This is Jossum, and I'm squalene with joy. If anybody knows what squalene is, that's a specific oil that sharks create in their liver that they were hunted for back in the day. It was a really good industrial lubricant for a long time. So squalene, a pun I didn't know I'd get to today. Feel pretty good about it.
I provide opportunities.
Thank you.
Now we are in the part of the ocean that the aliens have decided to nest in. So you're going to see some weird creatures. Got these kind of baked bean looking snake-like things. We've got these alien drones that will carry us off if we let them, so we try not to let them. And I'm going to position myself to do something similar to what we did in the second level. I'm just going to clip through this wall here. And we needed a path to the future, and these aliens are kind enough to provide us with one.
They don't look super kind in what's currently on screen, but...
I enjoyed your bestiary there, Grim. Well done.
Wow.
Time travel ends up being just a little bit destructive to the alien anatomy.
Grim, you're out of this world.
And you'll notice there's a distinct lack of water in this future, so it's a platform game now.
Oh, tight.
Now,
this would not be good for a real dolphin, of course.
Yes,
just
I
want
was
to
going to
point that
say,
out.
I don't think that's... what's the average weight of a male bottlenose dolphin?
Oh, I don't know. Jess, do you know? How much do they weigh?
I don't think I could tell you off the top of my head. Two something, maybe? No, that's way too late. I don't know. It's like in kilos.
Yeah. In any case, I'm pretty sure this would hurt a lot. Sometimes gravity does odd things in this level. And I've set myself up for doing something that skips about half the level if I can make this jump. And I did. That's a non-developer intended jump that lets me skip having to jump back and forth over a bottomless pit.
Nice. This is really something else to see. This dolphin out of water bouncing on its nose.
I assume this is not accurate
there,
to real life.
It's fine.
Typically we don't see dolphins flying around, but
no, when you see dolphins, bouncing around on their nose, if they were doing it with a guitar in front of them, they'd be Ross strumming on that guitar.
With the dry humor, come on now.
So dry humor.
Again, from the chat, I can't take that one.
Nice.
This level has some fun routing in it. There are 4 glyphs that we're supposed to use to get rid of barriers to progress through the level, but we're only going to get 3 because there's a very difficult jump that we can do that'll let us skip past the first barrier. We've got kind of a fuzzy snake alien there.
Oh, looks like a evil sea cucumber.
And we've got these large amoeba or whatever they're supposed to be. And was a little bit too fast on the jump there. I've got to mash the jump and sonar buttons in order to take out these rocks, because otherwise they'll push me out like they just did there.
Gotcha. How is this run going compared to other runs, generally speaking?
Not so great right now. It was doing very well up until this point, but this level is a bit of a filter. And we got through. That is a very non-intended jump, so it's still on pretty decent pace, though. This level has some exceptionally weird gravity, but we're gonna skip most of it just by swimming up through this tube. I really hope that all of these metal floors are at least greased or lubricated somehow, because otherwise this is gonna be really rough.
You've never noticed a crab janitor just hosing down the floors in your speedruns? Is there one in the corner? Just, I don't know why I do this every day, but just in case, let's make the floors wet.
So this is Globe Holder, which is something that we gotta smash around until it turns bright red, because red equals angry. We gotta make it very angry. And now it's gonna try to crush us actively.
Globe Holder sounds like it sounds like an outer space insult of some kind, between solar systems. Whatever, Globe Holder. Hey, come on.
And now that we've defeated it, we've got the asteroid's final pair, which apparently has the ability to take us back to the present.
Grim, you just said apparently.
Wow.
A pair.
Hey,
Grim.
Yeah.
Just seeing the screen of the dolphin just flipping on all over the time spiral, that's wild to me.
It is, yeah.
It's so silly.
Now he's the one flippering out.
Exactly.
And just gotta deliver the last pair here. And I gotta be careful because I can soft lock the game if I hit the ring before this ring of bubbles touches me. Did not soft lock the game, but it's actually run over if that happens, because on the other soft locks in the game, you can reset and just go to the password screen and hit start because the password's already populated. Not the case in that one.
Gotcha.
So we got our brother singers, as they're called, helping us storm the alien base here.
Your Brosidans, as it were.
Yes.
Okay.
And we're gonna skip a huge chunk of an auto-scroller here by just swimming at this wall really fast. And now we are in the machine, which, fortunately, unlike the first Ecco game, is not 6 minutes long.
Okay.
I'm intentionally keeping this alien alive, just its head, because as long as its head isn't destroyed, it'll keep the other aliens from spawning, and that just makes things a little easier for me.
How many years of Echo speedruns are there out there? All the knowledge you're building off of.
Quite a lot. People have been actively speedrunning this game for over a decade. There's been like 7 years of really hard work put into it, but the past year has been pretty revelatory for the run. To give you an idea, between the work that Kronoon and I, Kronoon being the previous world record holder, have done on it, we've taken over 3 minutes off of the world record of this run in just the past year due to various skips. And this is my favorite Sega Genesis game. I played it all the time as a kid with my sister, who was super into marine biology. And yeah, so I've played this game on and off again for like well over 20 years.
Wow.
Got the alien queen here. We're intentionally going to get slightly sucked into her maw to set up a quick kill. Just sonar her 9 times after that, and we have defeated the queen.
Nice.
This is not time, by the way. There's still lots of dolphin action going on, but in terms of the main plot of the game, we saved the ocean. Everybody's happy.
Good job. That's awesome. We've got some IRL things to work on next if we want to speedrun ocean conservation after we're done with Echo, the game.
Yeah, the threats are decidedly less alien.
Yes. Oh, this
is
cool.
a fantastic spot for like a bathroom break during a run, though. Both Kronoon and I have had world records where we actually did use this opportunity to rush to the bathroom real quick. But funnily enough, once we get to the credits, you can speed them up by mashing buttons real quick. So this is a separate split in the splits for the speed run.
Okay. This is
so I'm rather
great.
interested, like, do dolphins frequently do synchronized swimming formations, or is that a little creative license?
No, they do pretty frequently, yeah, especially out in the Monterey Bay. Every so often there will be groups of Pacific white-sided dolphins, and those are known as some of the more acrobatic dolphins out here. And so there's amazing photos that people on whale watch boats have gotten of just dolphins doing synchronized triple front flips and back flips next to each other in the air. And then they'll often sync up and hop up on your boat wake and take a little free ride for fun where they're bow riding on the front. So that synchronized coordination happens with lots of different species, including spinner dolphins out in Hawaii. They're pretty famous out there, jumping out of the water and doing crazy corkscrews. So yeah, they probably are coordinating underwater. It's like, all right, 3, 2, 1, and then they jump out. So pretty.
That's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a lot of communication, a lot of fun going on with in the dolphin world. Jess, do you ever have your dolphins sync up and do anything out of the ordinary?
Not particularly. I can't say if I've seen them do any fun synchronization.
And where was it that
tricks?
Where was it that you were working with the dolphins again?
I was at Long Marine Lab at the Santa Cruz.
Okay. So you worked with Primo and Puka?
Did work with Primo and Puka and Donley and Rain, who are there now, actually.
Gotcha.
We got 2 new ones.
Who are the new ones?
Donley and Rain.
Cool.
How do they determine what to name the dolphins?
I can't tell you. Donley and Rain both came from SeaWorld, so I'm not exactly sure where their names came from. But Puka, he's named after, he used to have a hole in one of his pectins, and so Puka means hole.
Aww.
Yeah, and Primo and Puka were the dolphins when I was in college over at UC Santa Cruz as well, and they were retired Navy dolphins. So they'd done some work, and then they were hanging out doing some science at the end there.
So right now we are in Atlantis because the Astrite informed us that when we used the time machine, the Atlantean time machine in the first game, it created a time paradox, splitting the stream of time in two, which is why there's both a good future and a bad future.
You hate to see it.
It has tasked us with going to destroy the time machine so that never happens again. Got another hungry dolphin over here that we feed this fish to. If you manage to get the dolphin completely off screen before it charges the fish, it actually won't eat the fish. You can eat it, and that fish has a unique property that will take you above 100% health, which is kind of interesting.
Oh, whoa.
And in the next level, we're supposed to turn into a school of fish and avoid hungry dolphins, but that's slow. So by holding left B and C, we can skip the metasphere, and we can just swim to the end real rapidly.
Nice.
And we're coming into the final level, which is a stealth mission. Essentially, we need to wait for the alien larva to open doors for us, but we're going to try to aggro this one to get it to follow us so it opens a door earlier. Got it? That saves about 10 seconds or so. Yeah, I'm not sure if the alien larva is based off of any type of, I don't know, arthropod larva or something like that. It looks vaguely, I don't know.
No, nothing I'm recognizing offhand, no. But certainly there are lots of things in the plankton that look similar to that. But the one thing, just the center mass there looks a lot like a foraminiferan, which is a type of plankton that has really beautiful calcium carbonate structures on it. So
okay,
but
time will be coming up when I swim into the final teleport ring, which will be pretty shortly. And time.
Woo!
34:28. Grim, get your GGs out for Grim Shins, folks.
That is, okay, that is the fastest this game has ever been run in a marathon, and that is only like 2 minutes slower than world record, which for this game is incredible.
Hey, great job, Graham.
Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Learned a lot. This secret password was gonna be used in a sequel to this game that was supposed to be on the Sega 32X, I think, but that didn't happen because that console was a massive failure. So now the game just gives us a little epilogue. It tells us that the alien queen actually escaped in the form of the larva, that big blue thing that we saw in the final level. It used the time machine to travel into the past and found creatures it couldn't dominate. So it was forced to integrate into Earth's life cycles, and her descendants became arthropods. So that introduces another time paradox, because why not? And as it turns out, Ecco is terrible at following instructions, because instead of destroying the time machine, he uses it to disappear into the tides of time.
This is
Yeah,
a very
apparently-
detailed story.
Yeah, the sequel to this game that was unproduced was supposed to involve Ecco going back into the past to help the Atlanteans fight the aliens. So, yeah, anyway, yeah, just a lot of fun. Great game. I think, everyone should try speedrunning it. Got to give a shout out to the City of Forever Discords, the Ecco speedrunning community. And, yeah, come join us. It's a lot of fun.
Well, folks, please be sure to follow Grimshins. I believe that's twitch.tv/Grimshins. This was such an awesome run of Ecco. Thank you very much for sharing this with us, Grim, and congratulations on the time.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I'm very pleased with that.
Yeah, awesome job. That was cool.
All right, so if you thought you've seen a lot of Ecco tonight, we are not done yet. We have our longest run yet coming up. We have Ecco Defenders of the Future by Cheeky Chunk coming up. We will be right back, folks, but real quick, some GDQ stuff here. Remember, GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, please don't forget you have a Twitch Prime sub, so please consider using that. If you have not already, to sub to the channel. Remember, this Thursday, we will have the first step at 7 p.m., where we will see if Hobbs can finish Link's Awakening this week with the 2019 remake. Let's see if any of his LADX gameplay transfers over. And with that, we'll be back again. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to Grim for being here. Don't forget to give Grim a follow. Thank you to you all for being here supporting the stream. And thank you to everyone from the Monterey Bay Aquarium. We will return with them and Cheeky Chung right after this. Welcome back to GDQ Hotfix. This is Ocean Week, and now we arrive at our fantastic finale. I better get 2 points on that one, muffins for the puns. We're back here with Cheeky Chug. Here we have Ecco, Defenders of the Future, any percent, and along with us we have our Monterey Bay Aquarium staff here. We have Emily, Patrick, and Jess. Y'all, welcome back, and welcome Cheeky to the stream. Nice to have you here.
Hey, Cheeky.
Thanks for having me. Hello. Oh my goodness.
Woo! It's exciting.
Super excited to just show off some Defender of the Future.
Oh
And
wow, look at these.
I think Sky should get at least three puns for Finally, Fantastic, Fin Alley. It's all about the enunciation there on that last one.
Ooh,
we should count that
you're
as
right.
Triple points.
Ooh, I feel like I got the triple point in Scrabble there, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Are you ready to go, Cheeky? Because I can't wait to see this. I am ready.
I'm ready to go. Just time starts on just pressing start game really. And then for time when it ends, I know we got a while until we get there, but basically there's a boss fight and I shoot like 8 projectiles, and on the 8th one it's over. But I will remind closer to that happening. So I'll just go ahead and do it. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, good luck and have fun, Cheeky. Looking forward to this.
No worries.
I'm having fun already.
We got a couple cutscenes that we skip, and it's straight into Aquamarine Bay. And unfortunately, I know we've gone fast, especially over those last 2 Ecco games, but now it's time to actually chill out. Maybe take the load off. Maybe slouch in your chair a wee bit, because unfortunately, we have a horrendous 4-minute wait for a cutscene to happen. The idea here, I guess, is that you got like you do your thing, and then you have 4 minutes just to like sort of get a hold of the controls. But later, so this game came out on Dreamcast and PS2. I'm playing Dreamcast version, but on the PS2 version, they were like, "That's pretty dumb," because a lot of people, when I see them play, they'll like be playing this level, and then they do the thing, they talk to the whales, and then they go, "Oh, what do I do now?" And then they get like 15 minutes into it, and they're like, "All right, I'm bored." So we have to wait, unfortunately. The reason we use Dreamcast is because it's one of the earliest releases, and we get to see a lot of glitches, or get to use a lot of glitches. So if you're going to play the game casually, PS2 is the way to go because it's nice and polished, got some quality of life improvements. But if you're ever thinking about speedrunning this, get yourself a Dreamcast copy, because there's a lot of fun things to do. Just while I am waiting for these for the 4-minute wait, I'm collecting these little crystals. They're not glyphs; they're called vitalates, and they increase sort of like, is infinitesimally the right word? I don't know, but little by little they increase your health. So might as well, like while we're waiting, grab them. Yeah. One last thing before I give my mouth a break is in this run we're going to have quite a lot of out of bounds, and I know maybe even from this screen alone that some people out there have a phobia of sort of big open water spaces. I know when I've been speedrunning the game, like I have had that possibility where people have said, "Oh, this is like a bit too much." So what I'm going to do is, whenever I know we got a chill environment here, just talking away, but whenever I'm about to do an outbounds, I promise I will give fair warning, and I'll let you guys know when it's like safe to look back, if that's an issue for any viewers. Happy to do that. Absolutely. So in saying that, just to like show off how broken this game is, I am about to do an out of bounds here. So just warning here, and I'll tell you when I'm back in.
And we're gonna call these otter bounds just for the aquarium and for our sea otter Aquarius that's currently here on the stream in just there. Here comes the otter bounds.
Yes, so as you can see here, we just charged straight down against the current. We managed to pull ourselves out of bounds. So I've got my timer on my own computer here, so I know how much time I have until I have to get back into bounds. But this allows us to see some pretty trippy visuals. Yeah, sort of like looking around the level. I really like, out of the entire game, I really love this skybox. Nice and sort of like pinky lilac sky. And maybe if I get a big jump here and a pause, and there you go. Everyone take a screenshot. That's your new wallpaper. You're welcome. And back into the game. So I'm about 4 minutes into the run. Well, 3 minutes 40. So I'll quickly get back into bounds, not to be too naughty, but just expect a lot of out of bounds. This is a really fun speed game. So to get back in bounds, we go through the water fall, and the current just pushes back in. And look, see, no issues here.
Nice.
So everyone watching, we're back in bounds. You can look again. Yeah.
Well, that was a whale of a good time, and you've got 2 on screen right there, so that was perfect. That's all I have to contribute. I'm sorry, Cheeky. Please don't ever stop doing your commentary to pause to see if I may have something valuable to say. It's definitely never going to be worth your time to do that.
I've honestly been laughing at all the puns like all night. This has been like really good content, honestly.
Okay, perfect. Whew. Well, I'm glad you're content with the content, you know.
Yeah, but I know that was just a lot of talking, but there's quite a lot to discuss, and 4 minutes of like kill time, I might as well be somewhat useful if I'm just waiting around.
People are asking for a tail walk. Are you able to tail walk in this game?
Oh, crikey, I'll try.
Okay.
But the cutscene is coming up. So here's Echo, minding his own business, having a whale of a time.
Yeah, that's the classic. I'm Echo. Nice.
Oh,
that's
so
what
cute.
the people wanted. Yeah. Perfect. Oh, perfect interruption there from the tail walk for the alien to crash.
Now for Otter Space.
Yes.
So Turn of the Future is kind of funky because it's kind of a reboot, even though it like only came out like 5 years after Ecco Jr. So here, like, instead of the alien being called like the Vortex, they're called the Foe. Or have I got the other way around? But yeah, basically instead of the asteroid as well, that big DNA like godlike strand, you have a thing called the Guardian, which helps protect the Earth, like some sort of like force field generator from these alien attacks. But there, one of the aliens had a sort of like a kamikaze into the Guardian, destroying it and weakening the force field. And all that commotion, the baby whale somehow like got shaken about like 50 meters or something there, and is entrapped in a rock. So I'm going to ask my dolphin burrows to come help me with my big Chad muscles, push a big rock to get out of the way so we can help the baby dolphin, the baby whale. Sorry.
You always got to grab your brosidins when you're about to do a mission like this.
For sure.
Awesome. I like the tail mechanic on the animation here, because one of the things that I remember when we were learning about some dolphin research going on in college was that the tail of a dolphin is actually spring-loaded, so that they're only using about half the energy that you would expect. Like when we're swimming, we have to lift our leg, kick it down, lift our leg, kick it down. But with dolphins, they have a spring-loaded mechanism in their tail where with ligaments and everything, it just kind of bounces back to a position where they can thrust downward, so it gives them extra power to move boulders to save giant whales like that. Anyway.
No. What I was going to ask is, I feel like Maya. I'm a student right now at university. I'm studying astrophysics, but
awesome.
One of the big things for me is like if you want to look at some alien content, just like stick your head into marine biology, because some of the stuff you guys have is almost out of this world. It's quite amazing. And I was just wondering, in sort of like astrophysics, there's so much stuff that's like unknown, or like sort of like the cool areas of research. Could you guys maybe like talk about maybe your own personal, well, not your own personal, but what you think is like one of like the sort of like coolest, mysterious areas of marine biology?
Ooh, that's a great question. Emily, Jess, do you have something off the top of your head there?
I mean, there's so many things that have yet to be discovered about the ocean. I feel like we're biased at the aquarium because we have the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute that studies the deep sea. And when you think about the available living space on Earth, 98% of it is under the water. The majority of that is the deep sea. So most life is deep sea, and it's so little explored that there's just so much down there to discover. But I also have a very large affinity towards the tiny things in the ocean because when I was in college, I actually worked in an analytical chemistry lab that studied small little bacteria, and in particular a substance that they produce called microbially produced biosurfactants. So I'm always interested
Which
in
that's
tiny...
points on your Scrabble board, by the way.
It is. It
Microbially derived surfactants, like that's a lot of points.
Microbially produced biosurfactant. Yeah.
Okay.
No, don't worry, Pat, because it took me 4 years of working in that lab to say it correctly. So these are chemicals that you have bacteria in the ocean producing that actually helps to clean the ocean itself. Sorry.
We're about to go
sorry, just out of bounds warning. Yep. Please continue.
Otter bounds, everybody. Pause up. Hit pause on what you're doing. We're about to go otter bounds.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt.
No, this is for real. So. Yeah. So anyway, they're producing stuff. So when you look at the ocean, and there's a whole bunch of sea foam on it, partially because of mucus and other stuff that algae and whatnot are producing, but it's also thanks to the billions of bacteria that live in the ocean that are healthy bacteria for the ocean, as well as other dinoflagellates and other small plankton that are producing these biosurfactants that basically trap all of the crud and detritus and stuff that happens to be in the ocean. And when they get agitated, they release more biosurfactants. You see more of the sea foam on the water, and you find them all over the place. And it's something that we know very little about, but it's something that has incredibly real applications to our world, because surfactants are just soaps. So every time you wash your hand, you're using a surfactant to clean your hands there. Every time you wash your dishes or wash your clothes or wash your hair, those are all surfactants, and many of them can be harmful to the natural world. But if it's a biosurfactant that's already produced naturally, one, it's not only healthier for the ocean.
Out of bounds is over. We're back into bounds. But yeah, just before you go into the list.
But they're healthier for the ocean. But it's something that whenever you're looking at the ocean, or even if you're just trying to figure out a solution to a problem, chances are Mother Nature has already done it. She's done it better, and she's done it more efficiently. And so the ocean is just this wealth of knowledge that we have yet to explore and understand. And there goes my 5-minute rant on why the ocean is amazing.
And it's all about soaps and surfactants.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think Jess, do you have something along those same veins? What's the most impressive thing to you about the ocean that we have yet to discover? I don't know if Jess maybe stepped away. There's a chance. Okay, well, I'll hop in. So related to what Emily was saying, and just as far as so that microbial part that Emily is mentioning, it's one of those things where we don't think too much about the small things, because in the ocean, we're the way that most people talk about it is we're over 100 years behind our ocean study compared to what we have on land. So we're still at the place of finding new animals. We don't know what the species is yet, and we have no idea what it does, what its interactions are with its environment, what it eats, we just have seen it maybe once or twice. And we're just remarking what species it is. But what's really so fascinating about all of this is how everything is connected to everything that we're doing on land. Often we talk about there's the ocean, and there's things that are happening on land, and especially as you're thinking about things that are happening in outer space. So much of astrophysics, at least from what was at UC Santa Cruz when I was in school, it's trying to find water in the solar system, because we know that that's where life might be. And yet we have obvious water on our planet. We have this planetary ocean in our backyard, and we can barely get any funding to go and study what's actually going on in our ocean. So as much belief in other worlds and the hope of finding something else living out there in the universe, we're looking out into the stars to try to figure out, is there water over there? Is there a liquid ocean? We talk about Europa, the moon that has the ice all around it, and the potential liquid ocean underneath it. We're always talking about, we should really be figuring out what's going on if there's water in the universe. And then here we are watching Ecco the dolphin swimming around in this fantastic world, and how a lot of these things that seem really like, this is maybe kind of weird that these things are occurring in the ocean. We don't even understand how half of this works. We're still studying dolphins, even though we've known about them forever. And so the way that everything is all connected, where bacteria, one type of bacteria, might contribute about 20% of the oxygen that we breathe. So like 1 in every 5 breaths that we're breathing in right now while we're talking and doing the speed run, and everybody's in the chat there, every 5th breath is due to ocean bacteria. And so just really the thing that really changed me in studying marine biology was understanding, if I can look at the planet from the ocean is what's normal and what's on land is the weird part. You really start to understand that, like, this is a water planet as a moray is chasing you, an ocean planet which, by the way, if you put when you put your hand in a crack and you don't get it back, that's a moray. Just for those anyone out there who had those puns. Or when you're at the sea and an eel bites your knee, that's a moray. So just when we come to think of the planet as an ocean planet, then you understand, like, on the bacterial level, the microscopic level that Emily is mentioning, we don't even understand how that works, and yet it's fundamental to how life exists on our planet. And so if you folks are out there interested in astrophysics, or if you're interested in marine biology, just kind of understanding that water and ocean means life, and all of it is a direct, it's all connected. So from the whales to the bacteria to us living on land, whatever it is that you're doing during the day, just if you're into meditation or anything, just like taking a moment to thank the ocean for what's going on that day. It is the defining characteristic of Earth to the solar system. And so we barely understand how land works, let alone how the ocean works, let alone how our ocean world is special in the universe. And I'll get off of that. I'll start getting too much into Carl Sagan and pale blue dot mode of dust suspended in a sunbeam kind of thing. He already did it better. So just look up that speech there. But I just think, we're watching a game being played right now. I think it's really cool that in photos from far away of our planet, we are blue pixels in those photos, and not Earth pixels. We're ocean pixels out there to the world. So I don't know. I hope I tied that all together. Did that work?
Yeah.
That was wonderful.
Okay,
That was
cool.
lovely.
Awesome. So how are we doing in the game so far? What, you just exploded, I noticed.
Whoops daisy on my part with that. Again, we're seeing that sort of ancestral power of metamorphosis there. So in this game as well, we do some funky stuff with transforming into other creatures of the sea. No bird strats, just fish strats for this one. So we turn into the fish there in order to be able to squeeze out of the sort of grating. Here we are in Atlantis, and honestly, should not probably be too rude to the game, but it's quite underwhelming when you've just seen like Atlantis in the Ecco Tides of Time game, because in that game it's like some marble, like exactly what we'd expect, sort of like almost like ancient Greek looking place. Whereas here it's nice and big, but it's only got like a couple buildings, so it's quite a weird surreal vibe. But the music of this level definitely carries. Excellent music.
Hey, Otter Chick is back.
Hey, we got Otter
Hey,
back.
Jess is back.
We were running Otter Hope. Wait, what are those? Oh, those look like molas for a second there.
y'all were talking about like one of the most best and fascinating parts of the ocean. All I could think about was, wait, there's something better than otters? No. No.
Never.
Mm-mm.
No, nothing better than otters.
So,
We just have to say that to appease the otter people because they have otters at their beck and call, and you don't want them on the other team.
On
Yeah,
the
you don't
otter
want to get
team.
into a fight with an
On the
otter.
otter team. Dang it. Oh, I'm slowing down after a few hours here. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah, your pun game is starting to slow down a little bit there.
You're in a Mastella days.
I'm in a Mastella days, but the fun game is ongoing here with Cheeky, so everything's going good there.
Yeah, there's a lot of tricks in this game, Cheeky. It's a very elaborate speedrun.
well, that's the thing is that unfortunately, Fin of the Future is sort of like the adopted ginger child of the Echo games. Unfortunately, like only one guy really took a swing at it, and that's a legend called Half-Baked Prophet, who also did some stuff for Echo the Dolphin 1 OG on Genesis. But he gave a bash at this game, and he got it to under 2 hours. But for a lot of folk, that was just like too much Dolphin for one sitting. So
they lost Dolphin interest, is what you're trying to say with it.
Exactly.
Okay.
This was a game I had as a kid. I never made it past like the second stage because I was afraid of the sharks. They were definitely gonna swim out my TV and come get me. But coming back to it as a big brave 21-year-old, I seem to be able to beat it. And there's such a big, like, not to geek out too much about the speedrun, but there's such a big pool of glitches out of bounds and really fantastic work that wasn't done by speedrunners. It was just done by ordinary Echo fans. There's a group called Cabins of Hope, and they went around like across the noughties just trying to find as many glitches as they could in this game. And then what Half-Baked Prophet did was he'd look at all these glitches and he went, okay, well, I'll just try and beat the game as fast as I can and try and use these glitches to skip levels, skip as much content as I can. So I've sort of taken it from Half-Baked Prophet, sort of a more optimized run, some optimizations in what I'm doing with my route, dying less, which sounds kind of rude, but this is a hard game, so there's no shame in dying. And also using some other glitches that maybe you can get his head, around working them into speedrun. So lots of stuff. So originally, our world record was an hour 52, and I've taken it down to an hour 26, which is quite a nice improvement. Hopefully, it makes it more of an accessible speedrun now. However, the minute I finish world records at 1 hour 26, some knuckleheads, a great guy called Dude McBro, says, oh, by the way, I've discovered a couple more glitches to possibly take the world record down to an hour 15. So no rest for the wicked. I have to keep speedrunning this game. And this GDQ opportunity has been a great way for me to de-rust and get back into the joy of this game.
Oh, that's awesome. If you know any groups that are trying to find more glitches in this, can I suggest the name of Glitches for Fishes? Just if they're looking for a marine theme. I just thought that had a good ring to it while you were mentioning that. The silence tells me no, but my heart said yes when I said it.
It's the sealants that tells you no.
Yeah, the sealants of the non-fans. Sorry, I'm gonna stop over here. Thank you, Cheeky. Sorry for ruining what you were saying. I'm glad you're getting back into the game.
You've been on your A game all night. I think it's just fatigue that's getting to you, honestly. Because don't even worry about it. Because you've been so funny up till now.
Oh, see, but you admit it. Oh, that is brutal.
Oh, I'm only teasing.
Oh, is this a roast? Because I feel like fish fry over here. Goodness. All right, we're back.
Yeah, I mean, I believe we're in hour 3 of punning here.
Sorry, Simon Piano there to the rescue. Sealants of the clams. That's what we were looking for. Thank you, Simon. Sealants of the clams. I want to see that movie.
So what I've been doing this level is, I think you guys remember from Tides of Time that there was this big DNA strand, which was like the sort of weird, sentient, like godlike creature for the Earth. Right here, it's in this game. It's called the Guardian. It's this big crystal, and I've been gathering sort of like crystals to help power him back up to his full capacity. And annoyingly, I now have to do quite possibly one of the hardest tricks in the game, which isn't even a speedrunning trick. It's just making this jump. And on the PS2 version, when you swim through these rings, it's just automatic. You just like fly straight into it. On the Dreamcast, you have to like line it up, and it can be a little bit tricky. So I'll try and get it as quickly as I can.
You got it. You just gotta swim through those rings with porpoise. Oh.
But not to worry, because again, I really do like this level for the music and sort of like the ambience, I guess.
Mhm.
From what you've seen of the game so far, where would you say like it would take place in a sort of climate sense?
Yeah, definitely tropical. Because we've seen a lot of tropical fish, like the blue tangs, the dories. We found her. Don't worry, everyone.
Yeah.
So it's definitely somewhere tropical.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, subtropical, maybe, somewhere in the Indo-Pacific, potentially, with that blue. Oh, almost got it. I think, once you shake those tail feathers in the right way, you're going to make this jump your coddle peduncle, right? Bob's your uncle. Bob's your uncle, if you can make it. Caudal peduncle is the tail end of Ecco there, right there at the base of the fluke, where the tail is. The caudal peduncle is also something that Emily and I will often say sounds like a Shakespearean insult to call someone a caudal peduncle, but that's the base of your tail there. And
I'll tell you what, it's gonna be an absolute fluke if I get this jump. That's for sure.
There it is.
Like you said, the Dreamcast controls make this that much more difficult.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, any Dreamcast controller is going to be 20 years old, and the analog stick is not known for being nice and tight. It's quite loose and flaky, but this is rather embarrassing. Seems like in the reboot, Ecco suffers some severe performance anxiety, so we'll have to keep on hammering away.
Dreamcast, more like
this.
Yeah, Dreamcast, more like nightmare reel at this point. Those are
gonna
opposites. Those are double opposites. That's 2 puns.
Cheeky, you got the chat behind you. Don't worry about it. Just
yeah, you got this, man.
Keep going for it.
If you have all of us making puns together at the same time, will teamwork make the Dreamcast work?
Hey.
I gotta say, yeah, you're definitely at this point swimming through those. You're definitely the ringleader of the run. Do you have to grab one of those jellies to get through them faster?
No. Jellyfish are only here to cause issues, and that's if you get hit by one, you get stung, and you have to go eat a pufferfish, of all things, to like sort of poison the poison.
Ooh, did you hear our pufferfish story from the previous run?
I did. I was questioning my career when I was going to ask if it was true that dolphins pass around a pufferfish like a
It is true. Yep. Yeah, it's a famous paper, and the title of it was Puff, Puff, Pass from it. Yep.
Oh, wow. We got it.
Yeah! Well done.
That's all it took. Puff,
First
the
try
magic
in a
sea
marathon.
dragon, got you up there.
That counts as first try to me. That was awesome.
That was so good.
Again, on the PS2 release, they think, wow, this is really quite difficult. Let's make it automatic.
We didn't mean to make you jump through so many hoops to do the speed run with us, but we appreciate the effort.
Any opportunity to show off this game. But yeah, the Echo giveth and the Echo taketh away, for sure. I'll talk a wee bit about this one. We're about to go out of bounds, but I'll give like a warning about when. On the way down, I'm going to give a couple of French kisses to some jellyfish. I'm doing that in order to take a lot of damage. Reason being is, once I go out of bounds, I'm going to go underneath the level. I'm going to swim to grab the objective, which is like to put on a special suit harness for using the machines. And once I get it, I can't get back into bounds, so I just want to die. So that's the reason I put my health very low, is so that once I go outside, I'm going to grab this thing, and I'm going to like spam my sonar to lose all my oxygen, and I'm going to die. However, I'll respawn with back into the level with the suit on.
Gotcha.
So what we're doing right now is just getting up to this sort of big, huge wall here. I'll talk a wee bit about the lore. So Ecco is being obviously having a tussle with the aliens. What the aliens decided to do was go back 500 years and take away personality traits of the dolphin. It takes away compassion, intelligence, wisdom, humility, and that turns the dolphins into these gullible, sort of just basically idiots, which the humans then abuse and use them to their own advantage. Okay, out of bounds now.
Outer bounds,
so-
everybody, hit pause.
So there's 4 sort of like timelines in this game, and right now I'm just using the sonar map to find out where I'm going. So this is man's nightmare, where dolphins have none of their personality traits, which make them so magnificent creatures, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Oh no. Okay, well, never mind. One thing at a time. Cheek jump. Here we go. All right. 3, 2, 1. Okay. So in this timeline, they have none of their personality traits. The humans take advantage of them. They make these huge, big machines using the dolphins, but the dolphins are so sort of blinded to the humans' abuse that they think, wow, they're so great. But what actually ends up happening is the humans make lots and lots of weaponry. They use it to fight the aliens. However, the aliens and the humans sort of wipe out each other, sort of mutually assured destruction. So here the dolphins are left in a sort of dying, polluted. The air is polluted, the water is polluted world, left by man, outbounds again. Sorry, and Ecco is just sort of going in this timeline, trying to find any sort of personalities to sort of get the timeline back on track. Sorry, that's quite a while to explain, but that's the general gist.
So a very uplifting, just general background to the situation you find yourself in this game.
Yeah. There's 4 timelines. There's the first one where everything's happy cheery. There is this one where man takes over. There's one where dolphin takes over called Dolphin's Nightmare, in which the dolphins segregates. They take all the sort of air. So dolphins evolve to not need to go up for oxygen to grab air from the surface, and they segregate all the sort of air breathers to be banished from the community, while all the purebreds or pure evolved dolphins sort of rule as the top cheeses.
Whoa.
Which is pretty intense, but pretty well. I mean, sci-fi dystopian kind of game.
Yeah,
it's not too far off. But so you saw that. Oh, Out of Bounds is over. By the way, it's been over for about 20 seconds, so I apologize. So I went out of bounds, got the harness, sonar to little action to die, and then I'm on my way to the next level.
It's so funny because you almost want to be like Ecco the dolphin developers. It's not that deep, but then if they consider how deep the deep sea actually is, it's just okay, no, keep writing more complexity into this. Let's get some time travel. Let's get some classist theory going about air versus non-air breathing organisms. So, yeah, for a game in the ocean, I'm glad that they did go this deep into the lore.
It is pretty intense, yeah.
Mimics the ocean. So what is this suit? Tell us about this suit.
This is the power harness.
Okay.
Basically, just it was a sort of what's the words? Prophesized that he who holds the power harness, because it's locked away in a big temple, he who holds it will be the sort of the savior of the world. The savior of the world. So he, we all know that Ecco goes out of bounds to grab it, and all the dolphins recognize him. And in this dying world where there's no sort of human interaction because they're all instinct, now the dolphins are like, wow, maybe finally we have a purpose. Maybe this is the path forward. So Ecco is now going for all the machinery, trying to get to Oh, sorry. I was like, what's the objective of this timeline? The objective of this timeline is the fact that there is a huge sort of like death ray which has been left sort of like active.
Oh, you
it's
hate
not-
when that happens.
It's not firing, but it has the potential to like totally disrupt the world. Sort of like, maybe falls off and goes kaboom.
I mean, yeah, those death rays, you really can't leave them unattended in my experience. You really want
Like
someone to be monitoring where the death rays are and what they're doing.
It's like leaving your stove on when you leave the house.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Did you check the
Right.
death ray? Is it still? We gotta turn around.
The humans left the stove on before they after they went extinct. Classic mistake.
Was I supposed to turn the death ray off? Yes, always. Sorry, keep going. I'm just
No.
fascinating. Yeah.
The story to this game is so bonkers that honestly, when I try to explain it, it takes me a while to put all the pieces together. But yeah, we are going to go to the sort of like death ray machine and destroy it safely in a controlled environment, and we are going to then discover one of the personality traits is hidden inside the death ray for some reason. Even though the aliens took them, they left it inside the death ray. Don't ask me. I'm not a writer.
This is from the chat. Is it a depth ray?
Yeah, a depth ray. Again, it's not that deep. I was just going to mention to the developers that if they're ever making a harness in an aquatic game, they should just go full bore and call it a harnessy, right? Because it's kind of mythic already, right? Oh, I love the silence. I just in response. But yeah, depth ray is pretty sick. I like that.
So quite a boring level, but there's been quite a lot going on here. So now we're just like moving some carts.
The harness looks like an octopus that's holding on for dear life, though. Like just from the back there.
Sort of like Octodad. Like, you guys checked out that game before?
We have, yeah. We caught some drama in chat mentioning that Octodad is not really something that happens in actual cephalopod lives, because usually the males die right after they've mated, and then the female is the one who ends up taking care of the eggs. So Emily came up with the great theory that Octodad goes and takes care of human children to find out what parenthood would be like, because it's not available in actual cephalopoddom. So that's canon now, is the origin of Octodad is a longing to be a parent, but it being unavailable biologically speaking. And am I correct, Emily? Did I capture that lore adequately?
Yeah, you nailed that one. Yeah.
There you go.
I'm just here to rewrite lore, That's...
Right, hook, lore, and sinker is what we say.
Oh, plesiosaur, Patrick.
Whoa. Abzu reference. That was many hours ago.
That was many. Well, you were the one who just brought up Nessie again, so
I
it was
did,
on the
yes.
mind. Yeah.
I'm sad Echo doesn't have an otter friend.
What, like more than one friend? Or
Oh, no, just an otter friend.
Oh, an otter friend. Okay. I thought we were all its friends.
Any otter friend.
Yes, any otter friends. I haven't seen any otters today.
Plenty of otter bounds, not many otter friends.
Well, I know that you were talking about personality traits for the dolphins in game, and that is something that we see with our otters at the aquarium. That each one definitely has their own personality or personality, I guess.
Do some of them tend to want to hang around people a little bit more than others? Or some of them shy?
Did you say Nintendo hang around other people? Because I think we're on Dreamcast.
No. Oh my goodness.
Blasphemy.
No, I just wanted to know if some of them preferred to be around people, and then other ones were like, nah, I think I'll just kind of hang out in the back and be shy.
Totally. One of our
oh no,
unfortunately, the little black sheep of the group. She loves being with people. I think she'd probably walk off exhibit with us if she could, and just hang out.
Was that Abby?
Abby, yeah.
We love Abby.
She is also definitely an otter of habit, a creature of habit.
She is.
She has her.
She loves her car wash kelp.
Mhm.
She loves the car wash kelp. You'll always see her laying on deck, sucking her paw. Adorable. She's adorable.
That's so possum.
There's
Out of
people.
bounds.
No, okay. Otter bounds, everybody. Pause what you're doing. Let's go otter bounds. Shaky, someone was mentioning that Dark Souls wishes that it were this difficult. Do you agree with that sentiment?
So if you ever decide to play this game casually, you're definitely going to need a guide for it. It's sort of like Zelda on the NES, how it's very cryptic. There's a lot of stuff that you wouldn't realize that you have to do. There are like little crystals that give you hints, but yeah, everyone that plays this is definitely going to need a guide. And anyone that says they didn't use a guide, well, I wouldn't talk to them anymore because they're for their cheeks.
Which, by the way, there's a really great pun in there of just saying thank you, Dark Souls, but SOLES for the flatfish that we have there. That's a gamer. I have very few gamer reference, but thank you, Dark Souls, being a camouflaged flatfish on the seafloor would be my one.
Now you're just floundering, Patrick.
No, I know it fell flatfish, but I had to do it for the halibut. It really puts people in their place when you do flatfish jokes.
Cheeky, how long did it take you to learn this game?
I don't want to say months, but months.
Months, yeah.
Just because at the time it was a 2-hour speed run, and that takes some time to learn. Obviously, the more out of bounds there are, the less content I have to remember to speed run, which is nice. But yeah, it took me a long time. The game is definitely hard, and I really wanted to push to a high level. I didn't want to just get like a world record. I wanted to really push it as much as possible, which I did to within 3 minutes. So I was very proud of it. And Out of Bounds is over.
Y'all might not want to use this one for your 12-hour challenge if you decide to do one of those. In other words, that's going to take you a little longer than 12 hours to learn this one.
I mean, if anyone wants to do it for a 12-hour challenge, you have my full attention for that 12 hours. Day or night, rain or shine, I will be there to, feel the pain with you.
Yeah, that's gotta be tough. I wonder how much you could learn of this game in 12 hours. It's interesting.
You could probably do a run, but it would take some time. Oh, shark! Please don't eat me. Oh
yeah.
Dear.
Grim says 12 hours might get you to the end of this chapter.
Yeah. So there are chapter speedruns that I've set up. So there's 4 chapters in the game, sort of like with the 4 timelines, and that was just a reverse wee bit. That was just a way of me to be able to speedrun, but also like do a bit of like learning the game at the same time. So I would like learn like up to a chapter, then I'd be okay. I'll do a speedrun of this chapter, post it on the IL boards, and then I'll like go learn the second chapter and on and on and on. As a way to sort of break it up, because 2 hours is quite a lot for like one full like learning of a speedrun. So definitely, if someone's like, hey, I like this game, I want to give it a speedrun. Do a chapter speedrun. Learn chapter 1. There's only 1 out of bounds to do in chapter 1. It's very easy, and the rest of it's glitchless. So absolutely, and chapter 1 takes like sort of like 20 minutes on Dreamcast and 16 on PS2. So that's nice and short, and you can get a real sense if you like the game, if you want to speedrun the game in that sense. I shouldn't admit this, but I've never beaten the game casually. I've only beaten the game using the out of bounds and using the skips, which is very, very naughty. Maybe someday I will do it casually, but oh dear.
No, it's perfect because naughty would be the type of performance we would expect out of a nautical-based game anyway. So,
and it's from the naughties as well.
So I noticed we have some shark friends here.
Yeah, one's pecking away at my tail there. I got stuck. So yeah, honestly, in this game, there's a lot of flavors of shark, which I shouldn't really say when we're trying to protect them. But honestly, yeah, they all come in all different varieties. Depending on the timeline. Some of them are bigger than other timelines. And later on, the aliens, they like sort of bioengineer their own sharks with like splicing with alien DNA. So we're gonna see a whole variety of sharks. Unfortunately, they're not very friendly in this game, but I know that they're under immense stress from the timelines being corrupted, and that's the reason that they're acting so foolishly.
Are there enough types of sharks in this game to make you a gillionaire by the end of it? Going past them, all the gills, or would you say that at this point, trying to get past all of the sharks, that you've definitely got the gills to pay the bills, bills from the billfish? No. Okay.
Unfortunately, I'm going so fast that I'm not counting my gills.
Okay. Yeah.
But
so,
I would assume fat stacks.
Okay. No, I mean, if you needed to quit this run right away, I hope you have a gill switch put in somewhere there.
Well, I hope I don't gill the run.
Okay. So you said it takes 12 hours, maybe on casual, to do this. That's no, that's
a wild claim from chat. That's not coming from my sources.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say that's 6 layers of dolphin skin, because they shed, like we were mentioning before, they shed 1 layer of skin every 2 hours or so.
Yeah, that's pretty gross in my books.
Well, that's just it. If some people are getting flaky on their speed runs, that would be why.
Hey.
Sorry, that one was pretty dandruff. It was pretty dandruff.
Oh my goodness.
But I will say that those puns were head and shoulders above the rest.
Oh my.
What do you think? Do dolphins ever use like nice shampoos? What scent drives the female dolphins crazy?
I was trying to come up with something related to Axe, but I'm gonna have to cut that one out because we're not sponsored. Right? Axe it? Cut it? Nope. Okay. Jess, did you ever notice anything with the dolphins that you're working with, that they would respond to smells or certain people differently based off of hygiene?
I don't know if I could tell you about that. They definitely recognize people just off, their relationship, but for good or poor hygiene, I can't really tell you much about that.
Do the otters recognize smells of anything, or is that not a main thing?
Otters are pretty, they can be pretty interested in olfactory. Sometimes we'll do some fun enrichment where we'll just kind of show them different scents, and there are some scents that they definitely don't enjoy. As much as I love the smell of bacon in the morning, the otters do not enjoy the smell of bacon.
Any reason why? That's just something they don't do or don't like?
Possibly. Just unusual for them. They might be a little startled by it.
I think one of my favorite Facebook facts is I've heard so many times that otters hold hands so that they don't sail away when they're sleeping.
Oh.
They hold on to each other. Is that real, or is that just an urban legend?
No, it's totally true. Out in the wild, since they're just going to be resting, you'll either see them wrapped up in kelp so they don't drift away, or they'll hold hands same so they don't drift away down the shore.
Yeah, that's actually been a point of contention with a few different researchers, where for a long time, there's that famous video of otters at the Vancouver Aquarium holding paws, swimming around. And for a long time, researchers would say, it's just something that happens between mom and pup in the wild. But and I know some of the researchers at the aquarium were like, no, it doesn't happen in the wild. And then there was video footage that came out, and different people seeing it in the wild of otters actually, definitely holding paws beyond just wrapping themselves up in the kelp, like Jess was mentioning. It does actually happen in the wild. But for a long time, if you had brought specifically that up, Cheeky, with some otter researchers, you might have had different people start getting really upset and have very strong opinions about it. But no, it definitely does occur in the wild. It's proven now. For sure. It wasn't just the video that everyone's seen from the Vancouver Aquarium. So,
as if the otters in captivity learn it from watching humans walk around holding hands. Like, come on, guys.
Well, when you see them doing that, Cheeky, when they're holding paws like that, it's because they found their significant otter.
No. So we do have a question here. Otters keep themselves pretty clean, but do they keep their surroundings clean?
Ooh. What do you think, Jess?
Well, not necessarily voluntarily, but the girls at the exhibit, we can actually, we've actually trained them to help clean up their house. They'll retrieve toys, and they can help us clean their surroundings. But as for keeping the water clean, they get their fur everywhere. They're real poopy animals, so they don't do so well in keeping their house clean.
Jess, can you describe to the folks who may not be familiar what you find in the filter screens to the sea otter exhibit? Because we have to clean those very frequently, right?
Yeah, we totally do. There's a lot of fur, a lot. If you guys know anything about sea otters, they have the densest fur of any animal on Earth. So they can have up to 1 million hairs per square inch. So think of all the hair on a cat in the size of a postage stamp. That's how much fur they're going to have. And they don't have like a seasonal time for fur where they shed their fur. They have their thick fur pelage all year round. So they're constantly shedding fur every day, all day. We're constantly hosing the deck because there's fur everywhere. And you imagine it clogs up the filters quite a bit. So imagine your own hair in the shower. Otter fur is quite more extreme.
Out of bounce over. Coming up. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, I just remember when I first started working with the sea otters, when I was asked to clean the filter baskets, I was like, filter baskets, that's interesting. And then you end up finding what feels like half of a sea otter in terms of fur stuck to the filter on the screen there. So yeah, they definitely lose so much fur. It's really, really pretty distressing. Seems like in the chat people are mentioning that the donate button to the aquarium isn't quite working, so we're going to get that fixed up. Just FYI, if you're in the chat there.
Stand by, working on it.
Hopefully it's too much traffic.
This would be a good time to plug y'all's YouTube and Twitch as well.
Yes, it would be. So if you folks are tuning in here to this stream, thank you so much. The Monterey Bay Aquarium is also streaming over on Twitch, Monterey AQ or twitch.tv/Monterey AQ is us over on Twitch. We've been doing Animal Crossing streams as our gaming. We're going to start doing some Azbu. Definitely inspired to try some Ecco as well if we can find ourselves a Dreamcast somewhere out there. So that's our Twitch. Definitely thank you so much for your subscriptions over there. The aquarium is currently closed because of COVID-19. And so without visitors, which is our main source of income, you folks subscribing to our channel, donating to the aquarium when we can get the donate link fixed is a really great way to help support the aquarium while we are closed. Our mission is to inspire conservation of the ocean. And we're very lucky to have had Muffins, who's in the chat, helping us out with getting us involved with the speedrunning world and with everybody here in GDQ. And she found us from our Animal Crossing streams, but we also are streaming our live animal cams every day. Today we streamed our shark cam, but we also have penguins and sea otters and wild Monterey Bay footage. So we're out there trying to help spread ocean awareness, help teach people about the wonderful world that we have out there. And your donations via Twitch or on our website help make sure that there's plenty of food for Jess to feed those sea otters. You might not know this, but it costs over $15,000 per otter per year to feed them that restaurant quality sustainable seafood that they rely on. So just think about your donation as an Otterly Possum way to help the girls out there on exhibit. And also, we're about 1,000 followers away on YouTube from reaching 100K followers on YouTube, and that unlocks a lot of fundraising capability for the aquarium. So if you can tell your friends, your Franz and family to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got lots of educational content over there. We live stream over there as well. And once we reach 100K over there, we'll be able to unlock some fundraising capability that'll really help the aquarium out while the doors are closed. And so that would be a way of supporting the aquarium if you're not financially able to do so. Just that little subscription over on YouTube would be fantastic. We appreciate it. We also have tons of educational information. If you folks out there are educators at home, we've got educational content for free on our website, so you can do some schooling from home if schools are not being opened up in your country of residence or in your state. So we've got all of that out there available for you. And yeah, we just really appreciate you folks spending some time learning about the ocean. As we were talking about a little bit earlier, the ocean is the defining characteristic of our planet, but we really don't study it nearly enough. We've probably seen from all of us sheltering in place where we happen to be, that there's just so much we want to know about our planet and how it works and how our society functions. And one of the big things that we know from the aquarium is that if we understand how the ocean works, we'll understand how people are able to function here on this planet. And we also know that the more players there are in the ocean, whether it's sharks or dolphins with cool harnesses, the more of those there are out there, the better the ocean is, the better the planet is, and therefore the better people are going to be. So we really appreciate all you folks out there subscribing to our channels, following us over on Twitch. Thank you so much to all of that. And MontereyBayAquarium.org, or you can find us, Monterey Bay Aquarium, all across the internet. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, Periscope, Facebook, all that jazz. And we're so excited. We've discovered the Twitch community in this quarantine time. Y'all are the best. Games Done Quick community. There's some of the possum folks out there that appreciate these puns. So appreciate, these puns. So thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, this is good. So we're getting to work on that link there, so y'all can think about donating to the aquarium. But you can also head over to our shop and buy otter face masks or ocean themed face masks there if you wanted to. Mola plush. There's a lot of stuff there for you as well. And this has been a word from our sponsor at the Monterey Bay Aquarium. Back to you, Cheeky.
And boy, what a time to come back to me. I am attempting this out of bounds where basically there's a very strong current that's pushing against us, and if you squeeze into this gap in this wall here, you should be able to get chucked out if you charge correctly to the right. I'll give it one more try because this is fourth try, but one thing I want to ask... Oh, sorry.
You seem stuck between a rock and a hard place. Is that an accurate description? Oh no.
No, it's okay. I need to try again. But yeah, it's tough.
Things have probably gone wrong over there.
Honestly, these puns are keeping me going. Honestly, it's pretty tough.
Do they give you life? I've heard that term before.
This out of bounds is really tricky, and I've been practicing it basically all this event. I've had the Dreamcast on the whole time. I've been watching the stream. But yeah, it's just a really tough one. It can be big time save, but unfortunately, to get it like in a run is quite annoying. I don't know. It seems like it's some karma. Maybe I didn't recycle something correctly, and now this is the way the universe is taking out on me.
No, you're gonna get this just like how you got the other thing, Cheeky. This I've been told from chat from community members that this is one of the hardest clip in the game that you're trying to attempt right now.
Yeah, it's quite fantastic if I do get it, but
I don't mean to sorry, I don't mean to mix up the terminology, but I know on Twitch we're meant to say clip it, and I'm really hoping that you clip through this right now. So that was my attempt at Twitch speedrun gamer crossover puns.
You got this, Cheeky.
You got this. Clip it.
Main idea here is just sort of get wedged in, and you're sort of charging into the wall to see if you get out. If not, you'll reverse and then try from a different spot. Again, and what's going to push us out is the fact that we're currently stuck in a very strong backwards current, and that should be the thing to push us out. But once again, seems like Poseidon and Neptune are both chuckling away as I struggle to get through this clip. So I think, honestly, to meet estimate, I will just do it normally, which is okay because it's a very good, a very beautiful level.
I mean, if the cods of the ocean would simply cooperate with you, it would have been a Poseidon deal a few attempts ago. So sorry that they're not trying to help you out there. Trying to kelp you out, excuse me.
Is this a fairly new clip, Cheeky? I'm getting that impression.
Yeah, and again, what I was saying about how there's like chapter speedruns, all like the good tech I do in the chapter speedruns because they're only like 20 minutes long. When it comes to a big full game speedrun, like this is the run killer. I haven't got this yet in a full run. But yeah, I started learning in February, sort of like finished up, got my 1 hour 26 in sort of May. And then I got to June, and then a guy called Dude McBro, which is one of the most like saw dude like names out there.
Saw dude.
he was like, "Oh hey, I've discovered like 4 new out of bounds. Can you see if they work?" And I was like, "Nope, I'm fed up with this game. I've been doing it for 3 months. Talk to me later." And a couple weeks later, GDQ were like, "Hey, you wanna come show off to another future?" And I thought, "Oh my god, yes!" So I have been practicing them. I have got them in chapter speedruns, all the new tricks, but to get it in a full run, unfortunately, eludes me at this time.
There's always a run or two like that in a game. I give you a lot of credit for putting in quite a few attempts on it too. Like, I always like to see people go for it, even if they don't end up getting it. It's still very good job for trying it. And it looked like at one point during one of the attempts, it looked pretty close from based on where you were in the wall.
Yeah, there's like a lineup I do. Like, there's like a dark patch and sort of like the barnacles that I wedge myself in, and then from there I'm reversing, charging, but just doesn't seem to be happening. But that's okay. There's evidence of it out there.
Dude McBro was actually in the chat there saying the clip is inconsistent at the moment, working on making it more reliable there.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool. But someone is saying at this point that we are very close to the 200 puns any percent world record. So that's pretty good, right? Like most puns in an Echo stream. Like we can claim that, yeah.
That's the one I care about.
You did hit 200.
200? Yes.
Oh.
I had to jump back in to say that as Anne-Marie and I are over here just like furiously contacting people. Also, shout out to our colleague who happened to be in the chat, who is an angel and helping us right now.
This is awesome. And by the way, with Jess here still with the otter knowledge, and this is a speed run, that would mean that we're currently in the middle of Too Fast, Too Furry-is. Right, with those 200 puns. Yeah, we'll count it. So apparently, folks, the donate button for the aquarium's website is probably not going to work because the folks that manage our website are currently doing some updates to the website right now, and so it won't be fixed at the moment. But if you were considering donating to the aquarium some funds or becoming a member to the aquarium, if y'all just want to write that down on a post-it note, remind yourself that you had some very, very generous intentions yesterday for tomorrow when the website is back up and running. That would be fantastic. We appreciate y'all. The consideration, which by the way is a double pun with sea and ocean in there. So the consideration of helping support the aquarium in this time while we are closed. Hopefully the puns are worth some enjoyment to all of you folks. And so hit up the website tomorrow if you were thinking about it, and we really appreciate that. Thanks, everybody.
And remember as well, you can always...
in about 2 hours, in about 2 hours, things should be back up and running there. So 200 puns, 2 hours from now. But thanks again, everybody, for thinking about it.
What I was going to say is you can always follow and or subscribe to their YouTube and Twitch channels as well in the meantime.
Yes, certainly. If you were thinking of donating, go and subscribe. Follow us on Twitch. That would be awesome. 42 Pudding. Yes, so I helped do the Tumblr as well as Emily. So if you've enjoyed the Tumblr, that's Emily and myself. We're the ones that do the social. So Instagram, Twitter, etc. That would be us. Etc.
I would definitely recommend getting a sub at the Twitch channel, because a lot of us speedrunners, when after we finished a run, everyone in chat says GG, and the Guppy GG. Oh my goodness, I love it.
GG Gups. Yeah, GG Gups was my contribution to an epic photo, and we had a fish biologist from the Tennessee Aquarium joining us doing some Animal Crossing. Both Emily and and Dr. Bernie both had arowanas or arapaimas. I forget which one it was.
Yeah.
You've both had arapaimas, which are incredibly huge fish, and I managed to catch a guppy on that stream. And so I had my teeny tiny little guppy next to their epic arapaimas, and that's where GG Gups was born. So I appreciate everybody using it. There's the GG Gups in the chat. Look at it go. Yes. Our Tumblr is Monterey Bay Aquarium. I'll attach there if you're looking for it. We like to put the puns in the hashtags on that for all y'all out there keeping track. And today on Tumblr, by the way, in case you're interested, if you need something to chill out with, we posted about 2 minutes of Big Fin Resquid with some lo-fi music. And there we have lots of requests of 2 hours or 10-hour streams of lo-fi music with some of our squid. So we'll be working on that, everybody. Thanks for the ideas there.
Is that lo-fi beats to study the world's oceans too?
That's what I'm going to work on. Yeah, if anybody has any leads into someone who would be able to curate a playlist of some lo-fi beats, I've got some ideas of what to do. But yeah, some lo-fi beats to chill out and appreciate the ocean too. We're going to work on that. So right now you're being attacked by prickly sharks. Is that what's going on?
So those are the sort of pure dolphins. Those are the members of what's called the clan, and I was just escorting a member of the sort of resistance. So basically, yeah, the clan is sort of like, I don't want to say superior because we're getting a little bit, yikes. But yeah, they banish all the sort of air breathers, and they hold the personality traits which we've been trying to get to fix the timeline. So there I was escorting a guy because he's got this cool sonar ability where he can like break through these like glass sort of panels. And right now, unfortunately, big scary crocodile warning. We're gonna have to fight a big scary crocodile.
Oh, big scary crocodile warning, everybody.
If we did get the out of bounds, I was gonna show off the crocodile from Out of Bounds, but we'll have to see it from the cutscene. Basically, I got it first try. Nice. I'm sonaring with a powered up sonar stalactites to fall on top of him, so that he gets all grumpy and he clears the path for us. So there you go.
Gotcha.
I know this is a speed run, but I kind of wish that boss fight lasted longer, so we got to see more of him. But yeah, that's quite good.
Well, that was definitely, an exterior crocodile alligator from what I could tell. Sorry, that was a really deep cut on the. I tried to come up. I'll see you later, alligators.
Wow.
I don't know about Chevrolet movie theaters, but that was certainly a different type of crocodile alligator over there.
Lovely jubbly. Well, the next Out of Bounds we got going on will be, I don't want to say free, but free. So now we are entering the lair of evil. There's no doctor to be found here. However, this is this hideout or the main hub for the clan. This is where they do all their scheming. Us as Ecco, we're sneaking in, and we're gonna get ourselves. So, in order to show rank, they get a tattoo from a giant clam, which I'm more than happy to show off. And Echo's gonna sneak in for enemy lines. He's gonna get a tattoo so that he looks like he's part of the clan, and then he's gonna go over. Well, usually casually he would go over to an engineer and say, "Hey, the tattoo machine's broke," and then while he's not looking, give himself like the maximum rank tattoo. But here we just get a lot of
What?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is something else.
So this guy recognizes that we're a filthy air breather, and he's like, "That's it. Well, you should get out of here." So Echo uses him to open the door because the guy's got like some kind of biohacking biosensor, which means that his tattoo opens the door for Echo. So we pull him over to the door, and that opens up, and now we are using these sort of like cool jet propulsion things to speed our way across the giant lair.
Wow. And people are mentioning that, some creative liberties there. Very few so far in this game, but some creative liberties they're taken with the whole idea of a dolphin getting a tattoo, knowing that they slough their skin every 2 hours. So, we'll allow it. I see in the chat that the whole tattoo mechanic has taken a few people out of the natural history of the game, and we apologize for that. But everything else so far has been above board with what's been going on with Echo.
That does make. Sorry.
I was going to ask, what happened to the harness? Muffins was mentioning that in chat.
Yeah, for sure. So we gathered by killing the death ray or blowing it up. We gathered one of the personality traits. I think we capture like intelligence and like aggression or something, and that's what changes the timeline into this one, where the dolphins banish human from the sea and go off in a sort of dystopian future, but it's like dolphin orientated. So we're in a different timeline now. Unfortunately, I do skip the cutscenes, so it just get a little confusing, but that's what's happened. But it makes me slightly cringe to realize how strong the clam tattoo must be in order to penetrate 12 layers of skin, or enough for it to be a permanent tattoo.
Yeah, I don't think, I think you have to use a little bit of a bigger needle. You wouldn't be as happy as a clam after that was wrapped up. Yeah, no, I mean, something to celebrate was how that pun went over there.
Nice.
Yeah, just if we're talking about mollusk puns, I gotta flex my muscles.
You're on a roll, Patrick.
So out of bounds warning here. This is one of the only ones which is European exclusive. I think this is 1 out of 2. Basically, there should be like a surface there, but it's not. We can go out of bounds, and we see that this whole entire structure is some kind of huge like lighthouse kind of thing, but underwater. So don't know how that works. But what we're gonna do is, if I can find my bearings, swim to the exit. This has been Lair of Evil, and Out of Bounds is over in 3, 2, 1. Now we're on to Power's Levitation, and I remember totally that your guys' favorite thing about Tides of Time was the fact that the ocean is sentient and has its own like skyways, connecting all the oceans together. And we have the same thing in the reboot in Defender of the Future. However, it's sort of like dolphin made. It's not a naturally occurring thing.
Wow.
So I have to go in here. I've even though I didn't get the tattoo because I got to the next level, the game thinks I have it, so it gave me the maximum tattoo. So I am officially like Big Cheese Echo, and I'm coming into this space to inspect it. Here we're gonna find out that one of these guys is a mole, and they're actually one of the resistant prisoners that they have. A dolphin actually goes to and schemes with of how they're going to bring down the clan. So we're just tracking them right now, and then we're going to go talk to them for the resistance, and then we're going to organize turning on the sort of ocean highway skyways. And then after that, we're going to be going through the skyway in a big, long, scary level, but lots of fun, very beautiful. And we're going to be tackling some of the big steroids-upped, big, badass boss dolphins to collect the missing personality traits, like wisdom and humility, in order to make the dolphins pure and whole again.
Are you going to be fighting those dolphins coming up, the big bad dolphins?
Wherever you want to think it as luckily or not, we do skip 2 of the boss fights using some naughty techniques. But we do have to fight one, which is the big bad one right at the end. So,
because I was just going to say that if you end up battling them and throwing one through a window, they'd be dolphinistrated. That was the pun that came to mind as far as battling the dolphins. I apologize. I'll go back to letting you explain the lore.
Sorry.
I was just gonna say, Pat, just really can't turn off the pun bivalve tonight.
No, can't turn off the pun bivalve. Oh, we got back. Yeah, I'm never gonna clam up about mollusk puns. Yeah. I'm just surprised that there's still so many people that are watching this entire time. A lot of people are saying that the puns hurt them, and I apologize. But I live in this brain, and now you get to hear what it's like to be in here too.
Well, they're just one pun after another, you know?
Yeah. One good. Well, if this was a bird game, we'd say one good turn, one good turn deserves another. Dang it! Sorry. Do you know how you get a right turn when you're like when you're like looking for a specific turn when you're bird watching? How you know you found the right turn?
Hmm.
You saw 3 left turns in a row.
We're not in the skyways yet. We're still under the sea.
Listen, well, I have a pelican-do attitude about it, so I really feel like we can bring in the seabirds. I'm not going to murmur about these mer puns anymore. Sorry. The bird folk might get mad at us if we don't bring up the bird puns at some point. Because the bird is the word. Okay.
This game is probably about as old as that reference, so no worries.
When does a joke become a dad joke is the question. When does it become a parent? I believe it becomes a dad joke when there's a pregnant pause between when you say the pun and when. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That's all I got. Moving on.
You have to understand, we're over 3 hours of puns at this point.
We are, and I appreciate everybody for hanging out still. This is great mental exercise. I feel like I'm going to have a 6-pack in my brain by the time we're done.
You can skip the brain training on your Nintendo DS for tonight, for sure.
Right. Well, what I meant to say, earlier with Abzu is that, if I had a 6-pack in my brain and it was a 6-pack of abalone from it, then if you've got enough abs or those abalone together, you put them into one institution, then you would have an Abzu. That was a pun that I didn't say earlier, and I don't know when I would be able to say it again. So I'm sorry to bring it up during Echo, but the Abzu related to abalone, all in the same institution, was something I wanted to bring up, and now, much to my embarrassment on the chat, but it's out there now, and I'm glad that you're swimming away rapidly from where I said that.
Speaking of 6-packs, this might be a weird one, but it's like one of the strongest creatures of the sea.
Oh,
It's the rock with all the muscles on it.
yes, Emily crushed it. Well, so certainly it'll depend on what frame of reference we're in, but giant Pacific octopuses are incredibly strong. I mean, they're basically all muscle. So we had one of our cephalopod aquarists when we were doing Splatoon yesterday talking about what it's like to interact with them. And, they have 8 arms and they're incredibly powerful, and we just have the 2 arms. And there are moments where cephalopods can grab hold to both of your arms and really tug pretty hard. It can be a little bit of a hairy situation there. But Jess, I don't want to discount sea otters. Sea otters have one of the strongest bites that you're going to encounter in the ocean. And otters, they're very powerful, a force to be reckoned with in the ocean, certainly, right?
Oh, totally. I mean, can't imagine crushing through crabs or clams with my own teeth, so it's quite impressive, their bite strength.
Is it true that obviously that the central nervous system of sea creatures is a little bit different to us, but that octopus have a brain for each arm, because they have to individually control all the thousands of suckers?
Yeah, that's true. Octopuses, you can kind of think of, often you'll see the articles written as they have 9 brains, but it's probably better to think about it as 1.8 brains, where you've got one central brain that really is the main one processing most everything that's going on, as well as octopuses are very, very visual. So you have this central brain that is mainly focused on visual cues and what the octopus is seeing kind of focused on the ganglia around the eyes there. But each arm does have its own little ganglia, or ganglion would be the singular. And each one of those is able to kind of independently control the octopus arm. And that's especially important because each suction cup on an octopus arm is like a miniature nose, a miniature tongue, a miniature hand. So they can smell, taste, and touch what they're holding onto with those arms. And so they have, effectively independent control of each arm kind of making its own decisions that go back into the central system. And what's interesting about that too is there's sea stars, echinoderms. They also have kind of independent control of each arm, and so they're less complex in terms of processing power than an octopus is. But a sea star also has what's known as a republic of reflexes, where if you flip a sea star over, some of its arms, or each of its arms, will try to flip the sea star over independently, and eventually a plurality of those arms will get purchase on something and fold the sea star over on that side. But there are moments where the sea star arms are actually kind of actively pulling against each other until there's a central system that decides. And in some experiments back in the day, people would cut the nerve net between different arms, and sea stars could actually pull themselves apart and end up regenerating from each half if they weren't able to coordinate between each arm there. So octopuses, you'll often see the BuzzFeed clickbait article saying that it's they've got 9 brains, but 1.8 would be maybe more accurate, where each arm can kind of make its own decisions, but with one central brain kind of being the seat of consciousness there of the octopuses. And you can learn more about that on my Cephala podcast, everybody. I like that nobody in chat laughed or on our comms here. This is great.
Well, chat's on a delay too.
Chat is on a delay, but just so you know, chat, they left me hanging like a drying squid in the sun.
This music is so mellow, though. I can't help it.
I mean, we're no suckers for the low-hanging fruit there, Pat.
Oh my God.
We have to make you work on occasion. So.
Oh my goodness. I need to put by the way, we're at over 220 puns. I need to put that up on my mantle. Mantle, of course, being the organ that cephalopods have. Did you just fall off the world? Oh my goodness. I'm sorry.
So this is such a weird occurrence, but usually you get in the bubble takes you to the next bit. But I've had 2 bubbles pop on me before they've taken me to the next bit, which is just unheard of. So you've seen it here first.
Okay,
folks.
One of those that's never happened before. I love it.
Honestly, you just get in the bubble and then it takes you to the thing, you jump out at the right time. But the first 2 burst and they didn't give me a good angle, and then that last one there just pushed me out for some reason because 2 bubbles came together, and that really confused Echo's positioning.
Well,
but
Shiki, I just want you to know that even if the game isn't showing it, I appreciate your bubbly personality. Just personally, I appreciate the bubbly.
And I appreciate your wonderful humor.
Oh, I can feel this. I can feel the love. Yes, got it.
Nice. Of all the challenges that this game faces, I can't believe that one was was a challenge. So here, if you get it right, you can jump to the second last bubble straight away, but I didn't get it that time. So I'm going to take a tactical respawn, as I think I would call it, by chucking Echo very slowly off the world. This will put me back into that tube, but it will put me at a good angle that I can hopefully just jump straight into the second to last one, which saves a bit of time. You have to do a weird thing where you flick the analog stick up and to try and get yourself to land in the bubble, and doing it is one of the most please accept me motions. You're stretching out every possible inch of dolphin to get it. This is going to look a little bit weird, but I'm going to jump out here to my death. But in doing so, I'm going to hit a checkpoint. So I respawn later in the level, saving a nice, tidy 2 minutes.
Perfect.
So yeah, this is the 3D version of the Skyways. It's pretty like technically amazing that they got so much into one level. Because if you think about all the other levels we've been through, they've been quite enclosed, they've been quite like small, but this one is just massive. So a really cool level. It's quite difficult, but like a real showing of the power the Dreamcast could output. Ooh.
Yeah, people are mentioning that you're doing some tactical respawns, but people are also looking for more cephalopod information. So we'll just call these tentacle respawns, if that's okay with you.
That works for me.
Yeah, or tentacle sea spawns if we really like needed to push it, but no, I don't think that's necessary. Necessary. I don't think I've ever thought of necessary, especially because it's necessary. As time has gone on, Cheeky, we've figured out that anything ending in shun can be ocean, and then anything with sea, obviously like sea, so consideration and everything. And I know we have a couple of coworkers that are watching the chat. I know that they've seen us on this journey of discovery of how to be even more annoying in the office. And so, we used to not be this way, but it's glad to meet you at this particular point in our timeline where we think and talk in these terms.
Yeah, there's a fine line between a pun and an absolute butchering of an English word, but
absolutely, yeah. I like to say that I have debilitating word association syndrome, but then I would also correct myself to say that I have debilitating word association syndrome. So that's where we are now.
It's a Nessie scary part of our job, but
Nessie scary. Oh, we had a little bit of that earlier.
I was gonna say that I think that might count for 2, but I'm not sure. Because you have Nessie in there too.
Better count for 2. We haven't checked in on Jess in a while. Jess, are you still enjoying this time?
It is quite fascinating. I am enjoying it. Don't worry.
Okay, all right. Just hadn't checked in. You deal with real animals. We're dealing in 0s and 1s at the moment, so.
True. If for a more serious moment, though, in case people are looking for more octopus and cephalopod facts and more octopus and cephalopod puns, you can always head over to GDQ's YouTube page and watch the replay of last night's speedrun where we hung out and played Splatoon 2.
Yes.
So yeah, we had many cephalopod and octopus facts in there, in case that is that's something that you
we're hanging out with Tones Ballones. Whole lot of fun.
Ballones. Alan. Yeah, it's a good time.
Good time.
I loved about yesterday's stream the whole Taco Tuesday, because of like the Japanese word.
Yeah. Taco Tuesday. That's if if you've got a spicy octopus in your life, you can just say hello to them every Tuesday. Taco being the word for octopus.
You trying to make Chad hungry right now?
Well, they better be hungry for some more puns, because we're about to serve them up here.
Oh no!
On a platter. Hello, everybody. It's Chef Pat. We're here with more puns on a platter.
Sprinkle a little bit of that seasoning on there.
Yeah, people are talking about hors d'oeuvre, but I would consider all these puns my chef d'oeuvres. So, and I could have said hors d'oeuvre and chef d'oeuvre, but I do speak French, in case any of you folks want to switch over to French for a quick minute here and start trying some bilingual puns. That's just for me. No, we're good. Okay. Everybody says no. We're good. We'll stay in English.
What a shame that nobody said we.
Well, that's we. If we were doing this particular speed run in French, with all of the fin puns, we would have ended early, right?
It's true.
Fin. No, it's a fin line that I'm towing here with these bilingual puns at this point. Ah ben, salut Silver, tu parles français? Okay, sorry, we're done.
I think it's safe to say that in terms of Patrick, non, ne regrette rien.
No, je ne regrette rien. Oh yes, some Edith Piaf puns on the stream. Let's get it.
That is enough, Patrick.
Enough? One egg? What are you trying to say, Emily?
This world is wild, Cheeky.
Yeah, for sure. I'm constantly having to brake because when you go for these tubes, you're experienced to the fast current. And if you hold A, you can go faster. And honestly, and when I was practicing, I was thinking that for the GDQ event, I would do scream if you want to go faster. But I want to take it easy here because this is a really tough section. Coming up as well, this is a oops. Okay, excuse me.
Saved it.
I went to brake and I pressed left to it down the analog stick and he did a turn, which was his undoing. An Ecco game, all right, all about swimming, but you know what this speedrun is severely lacking? Any ideas, any guesses? What could this be using? About a game about, you know, swimming as a dolphin, speedrun tech involving swimming? Chat's thinking about it. I'll go ahead and say it. An air swim. Oh. So that was quite painful. But
yes, lean into the pain. Let it mold you. Let it create a new version of yourself.
So here, I'm braking quite a lot, and I'm in this super fast sort of like tube, which is all it's trying to do is it's got a tremendously strong updraft, and it's trying to chuck me into this bubble above me, right? And so for this section, we haven't seen it yet. Oh, I think we have seen it a couple times. There's a squid, and he's guarding 3 tubes, right? And us in our you know, our civilized manner, we are going to turn off those 3 switches, and the squid's going to fall down. We turn them back on, and we can pass through the level. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to line myself up, and I'm going to sonar the button while I'm in this up vent. I had to brake in order to not leave this area, otherwise I'd be in the bubble. That's why I had to brake. So now I'm stuck in here, and I'm going to tap down sonar. I don't know if I can get it. Okay, we got it. Fantastic. I press A to swim out, and the game thinks I'm in the water, but because of the power of the updraft of the vent going up, it's pushed me into the air, but the game still thinks I'm in the water. And now I can swim all the way to the end.
Oh, you got to be squidding me. Look at that boy.
That's awesome.
I mean, the rest of this level totally inks, so I'm glad that we have an air.
I appreciate that pun.
Oh man,
Show off
tickled me for sure. I like that octopus over there with its tentacles that was definitely clubbing. Was dancing too. Sorry, that's the club tips of the tentacles there. That's how you know it could be a giant squid.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean, I should have really shown off the squid a bit more. So apologies for that. But here we are in one of 3 boss fights. This is called the Mutaclone. And what we're doing right now is we're crushing a bunch of these like regenerating power stones or whatever it is, and in doing so, we're gonna break the force field around the boss, and then we can go fight him. Unfortunately, by breaking them, we are unfortunately having a neurotoxin, which does not have positive effects for the dolphin in question. It in fact flips our controls. So while we're under weird like hailstone fire from this boss, we're gonna be breaking the stones to lower his force field, and then we're gonna lure him in to one of these sort of like gas emitting control flipping stones. That's almost sounded like Sarah Palin there. Gas emitting switch.
This is really intense. This is such an intense game. I didn't realize it was so much like camping. It's intense, you know. It's just really such a. Sorry, that was a non-marine biology pun. I apologize. I won't do any more of those. Intense camping? Nope. Okay. Wow, everybody is silent. I'm all alone. Hi, everybody. It's your boy. hat. we made some friends and we lost all of them. That's what happens when you make too many puns. This is... I had no idea, honestly, this is what we would be getting into watching an Ecco speedrun. This has been so many different worlds.
Oh, God blimey. Well, I mean, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but we're not exactly underestimate at the minute. But we're almost there. We're almost there. We're into chapter 4, and this should be a dawdle. There's not a lot of hard tricks to do anymore. Now it's just sort of boss fights, really. Which, I know that sounds weird, this is the easy part, but believe me, this is the easy part. What's happened now is that in defeating that boss, we've collected all of the personality traits except for the trait of humility. And without that, the humans and dolphins are too cocky when it comes to the alien attack. And they get totally blindsided by the aliens, and the aliens take over the Earth. So that's the 4 timelines. There's like the good one, where everything's totally toasty. There's the man's nightmare where man takes over and abuses the dolphins. There's one where dolphins take over and abuse each other. And there's the last one here where the aliens have taken over the Earth. And the alien queen has sort of implanted herself into the Earth. She's enormous in size, and we need to destroy her in order to get the last one of humility, last personality trait, and then everything will go back to normal. Fingers crossed.
You also attempted a really difficult clip that's still fairly new, so no worries on the time. Like, again, that was just really cool to see that even being attempted, given the context of everything.
Yeah, I honestly, I swear, like during this entire stream, I have been like practicing that in the background while watching the stream, but you know, the fishes did not align for it.
It's all good. It just means the pun count could get even higher. So again, we're crushing records on that front.
You also know how marathon luck goes, Cheeky, as a speedrunner. We know how those go.
For sure. I mean, out of all the things in this game, the Alien Queen's probably the worst in terms of design. Attacking here, it looks like one of those crappy theme park animatronics.
It looks kind of like the evil robot from Futurama from way back there. Dang.
Yeah, pretty ridiculous. So there, I stunnered out her force field eyelids, and then I've blinded her by attacking. I'm gonna take a death here, whoops daisy. But in all seriousness, it does quite happen a lot that we get death there, just because she sends out this little tiny sort of like squid thing to defend herself, but it does like insane damage per second. So often we'll take a death. But then all we have to do is hit this last eye, and I don't know if you were paying much attention, but every time that we attack her, she's like slamming her hands into the ground. And in doing that, she's like creating a little, oh dear. What happened there was I went to attack the third eye, and as she turned, I got clipped inside her head.
Oh no. So what's she thinking? What's she think? Oh, sorry. Not a mind reader moment.
That boss is so scary looking in terms of just design.
Why she needs a third eye, I don't know. I wonder if it's like, we can get all like Xavier, Renegade Angel on here, maybe it's like the eye of her mind. But
or maybe she's just, she's so big she has a hard time parallel parking and really needed a backup camera.
Alright, perfect. Coming up is the second hardest level in the game. Fortunately, that we found an outbounds for it. So where it usually takes 5 minutes with some blood, sweat, and tears, I found a lineup. It was Dude McBro, the surfer dude from chat, that discovered it, but I found the consistent method for it.
Dude, that's sick.
Get ourselves wedged in here. There's no need for an outbound warning. Oh, I messed it up a wee bit. There's no need for an outbound warning because even though we got a bounds, we stay like enclosed. So I didn't get it there. You have to like go in there and then reverse back a bit, but I think I reversed a little bit too strong. So we'll just try again. Oh, and I got it. Oh, that was weird. I've never got it like that. I just straight up walked into it. That's cool. Dude, if you're watching, yeah, thinking emoji for that one. So now we're into Teeth of Poison, and basically, like, don't want to get too graphic, but we're sort of somehow in the egg-laying chamber of the Alien Queen.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so the way they create their like hybrid fish like minions is that they get an egg from the queen, and then they put like a fish of earth inside, and then somehow that sort of creates, like, not even in the zygote phase, just straight into an alien fish that pops straight out. So what I'm doing is I'm destroying the eggs, and every time I destroy it, the sort of like not fully matured like alien fish comes out and immediately attacks me. Yeah.
So you're
that's level.
So this is the egg producing chamber of the queen, is what you're saying?
Well, it seems like it.
Because I was gonna say that's very interesting. Sorry, that was an ovary pun. I apologize. We got a het from Emily, so I'll count it.
Yes.
Nope.
It was excellent.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say this stream has gone down the tubes now. Okay, we don't need to go further. But we are biologists, so
it all counts. Some more than others.
Story of my life.
Nah, but I appreciate it. It's been a lot of dolphining, a lot of deep sea exploring. We are all getting pretty sleepy, pretty tired, and saving the world in front of the future is a lovely way to hop into bed too.
Absolutely. I gotta say, like, I'm pretty disoriented at this point from what we've been looking at after an hour and a half. But I'm just gonna keep making puns until it's all done. This is incredible.
Just grab a wee bit of health. Yeah.
I was gonna say, how do you not get lost in here?
Yeah, for sure. Like some levels. The nice thing is that we have a sonar map. So if I hold down, I'll do it next level because it'll be more useful. If I hold down sonar after I do it, I get a nice outline of the map. Hugely useful when we go out of bounds, because often we didn't get to see it for the cameras before out of bounds. I'm swimming blind for like a full 20 seconds while I'm doing the out of bounds. So to have that ability to show off the sonar map, let me just get past these like alien bat suckers, and then I'll show off the sonar map. As in they're bat-like and they suck, rather than they suck bats. So yeah, if I hold sonar, then you'll see we get a map. On the PS2 version, you get a full like 3D render of the map, which is pretty cool. But it's not very useful for speedrunning because the sort of like more basic outline map is nicer.
Related to what you're saying about the bats, so you would say that they're it seems like a few people are saying that these final levels are not quite up to par. You might want to just burn them or become a vampiromaniac, from what you were saying with the bats. Did that work at all?
They do really suck the fun out of the game right at the end. Yeah, that's
they
for
do
sure.
Suck you right out of the game. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I mean, it is a PG-13 game, so they don't get bloody annoying, but they are quite annoying.
Okay, yeah, no, I was just trying to wing it on this end with the pun, but I'm glad you came out with more bat stuff. But if there was a Ray in here, we know that it's called Rachel. That's a bat.
Oh, no.
That's a bat reference.
Oh, I got that one.
Oh, yes.
I'm a nerd. You got me there.
Found it. Where is she? Dory? No, where is she?
Oh, goodness.
We've gone off the deep end.
I think we've been there for a while, Pat.
Have we? I mean, I'm just home alone in quarantine, so this has been the most interaction with other humans I've had all day. It's awesome. Are those jewels that are going after you?
So there's like these little slug-like spitters, and they are spitting their acidic sort of boogers at me. And I was trying to find the like source of oxygen, but I couldn't find it. There, 'cause again, like yeah, you're right. I mean, I've got hours in this game, but even I get disorientated sometimes. Literally everyone and their mother is attacking me right now, but I just gotta keep battling through. To quote the great Dory, I just gotta keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna metamorphosize into a fish again, and I'm gonna swim through a stinky, bloody orifice in the abdomen of the alien queen. Which I'm really not trying to be graphic, but that is literally what I'm about to do. There's a full like 10 seconds of cutscene to fully enjoy it. But to do that, I need to stun, like the sperm whale friends, stun these spitters, so that. So the reason for that is if I get hit when I'm the fish, I change back into Echo. So I need to try and do this damageless. And the way we do that, as you know, fans of Defender of the Future, is that we hug the wall and we pray. And just swim, keep swimming. What do we do? Keep swimming. What do we do? Keep swimming.
I appreciate that.
Sorry, I forgot what we were doing. Oh no, wait, I'm back. I have short-term memory loss. What? Sorry.
All right. Here's
Dory
the
reference.
cutscene for everyone to enjoy. Ugh.
We were mentioning before in the Abzu stream, but this is efficient swimming that you're doing right now. What are you trying to do?
Hey. All right. So, my goodness, I'm a wee bit overestimate, but we've done it. Everyone can start to brush their teeth. We're in the final level of the boss here. Final level of the boss. Nice one, Cheeky. God, goodness gracious. You wouldn't believe that it's 4:20 where I am right now in the morning.
Is it really?
Yeah.
We need to find a sand dab or something to celebrate.
That is very early.
So time is going to come up when I shoot the 8th jellyfish into the heart of the queen.
Whoa.
So I shoot 7 and then I charge, but then on the 8th one, that's time. That's the bit over. So I'll just count as well as we're doing this. So that's 2.
Is there something specific with the 8? Because jellyfish have 8 sensory structures, or they're usually have multiples of 8 parts to their body.
I wouldn't want to give the devs that much credit. I don't think.
Okay.
Considering the other material in this game.
Well, let's retcon that in. Typical jellies have 8 ropalia that are sensory structures to help them sense up and down and light and dark. So
time.
Yeah.
Hey.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire.
That was awesome.
Wow. There we go.
Great job, Cheeky.
Good job. Get your GGs out for Cheeky, everyone. This game is
GGs. Let's get those
Hey.
GG gups in the chat.
What a wild ride, for sure. This is definitely not the game that you want to have in a marathon, but a lot of fun.
We had fun with you, Cheeky. Everybody remember, please follow Cheeky Chunk. I believe that's twitch.tv/CheekyChunkTTV.
Correct, Mundo.
That was so cool. Great job.
Honestly, like just watching the entire stream, like yesterday and today, it's almost like meeting your heroes in terms of the pun lords we have in here. So it's been absolutely super fun to be in with all the gang from the aquarium. And for sure, my recommendation, if you're going to do any kind of support, is throw a sub their way for that Guppy GG. And I also love the Order of the 10. I'm sure you can definitely improve one of your favorite streamers' days by giving him a big Order 10. I'll do some quick shoutouts as well. Shout out to Planet Chaos, which is a bunch of Sega people that got me into speedrunning. Shout out to the Echo speedrunning Discord, where we all gather around to chuckle at new tech. And shout out to Caverns of Hope, which is the sort of more main Echo community. Without these groups, I'd have a lot less to do on weekends. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful. Oh, and of course, big thank you to GDQ for sending me one of the best Discord messages I've ever received. So great thing to be invited to this event. Lots of fun.
We were happy to have you, Cheeky. So again, folks, twitch.tv/CheekyChunkTTV for Cheeky Stream. And of course, thank you to everyone here from the Monterey Bay Aquarium as well. Thank you so much to Emily, Patrick, and Jess.
Thank you
That
so
was
much for
so
having
cool.
us.
I hope you all had fun.
Oh yeah, I don't mean to echo everything that Cheeky was saying, but just great job. Thanks everybody. That was so awesome. So great to hang out with everybody.
Yeah, it was wonderful to also learn all of the secrets of the Ecco games.
That's right. Yeah, we weren't like Frodo saying just, okay, keep your secrets. We shared them with everybody, and it was awesome.
Yeah,
So-
thanks for including me with you and your doll friends.
Did you
Thanks,
all
Jess.
know, by the way, that Ocean Week is not over?
Oh no.
That means that there's going to be more aquatic games, but more importantly here, I think aquatic puns as well.
That's right. Where did we end at? 268? Yes.
268 is what we're at right
Destroyed
now.
yesterday's total. We were just getting warmed up.
Yeah.
So, as we're closing here, some housekeeping, including talking about what else we have coming up on Ocean Week this week. Remember, folks, GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you. If you'd like to support the stream as well as the other programs on GDQ Hotfix, please consider subbing to the channel. If you have Amazon Prime, remember you have a Twitch Prime sub, so please consider using that if you have not already to sub to the channel. Tomorrow, we're going to be diving into Mercy Kill at 7 p.m. Eastern. What are we going to watch? Oz will be showing off some of his rustiest water-themed games, including the critically acclaimed Evo Search for Eden, one of the most beloved SNES games made by Enix. It has been quite a while since Oz has played Evo Search for Eden, so expect a battle against the timer, as well as our puns to go with it. And if y'all know Oz, I know he's got very mixed feelings about puns there. So we're going to have the one, the only, the Author Blues on here with these lovely folks, again, from the Monterey Bay Aquarium, again, celebrating Ocean Week. Remember, on Thursday, we also have the first step at 7 p.m., where we'll see Hobbs can finish Link's Awakening this week with the 2019 remake. Let's see if any of his LADX gameplay transfers over. SGDQ 2020 online prize submission.
Oh no, Sky. Oh no, Sky. She disappeared into the wind.
Uh-oh.
Let's see if we can match the enthusiasm. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Tuning in.
Oh,
Sky, are you back?
also, I should be.
Okay.
Oh, there you are.
Okay.
Yay.
I think Discord dropped me for a second, so...
I thought I was going to wrap up, and
All
I
right,
got so scared.
SGDQ 2020 online prize submissions are now open. If you're interested in submitting a prize, go to GamesDoneQuick.com for more info. Also, can y'all from the Monterey Bay Aquarium please plug yourselves one more time so people know where to find y'all?
Absolutely. So you can hang out with us on our Twitch channel as well, twitch.tv/MontereyAQ, or on our YouTube page, youtube.com at Monterey Bay Aquarium over there. We are so close to hitting 100,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, which unlocks the potential for us to do a lot of awesome fundraising stuff over there. So if you don't have any way to monetarily support us right now while we're closed, just a simple sub over there on YouTube is a wonderful way to help us out. But we've got all a myriad of different kinds of streams that we do, including behind the scenes looks at the aquarium, interviews with some of our aquarists. We do wonderful streams about the deep sea with our colleagues over at MBARI, the Monterey Bay Aquarium Research Institute, as well as some Animal Crossing games where Pat and I play games poorly and explain some of the science in them. So you can always head over there and check it out. We're also across the internet on all the social media platforms, wherever you're at Monterey Bay Aquarium. But we'll hopefully have that donate page up and running in about an hour, less than an hour. Hopefully
it's back
about
up now.
It's back up now.
It's back up now. I just saw
It's
it. I just
back up
refreshed.
now.
Yeah.
Yay! So the donate page is back up on the website. You can also go and check out our online shop to get merch. Get yourself any face masks in case you need them there, plushes, tumblers, shirts, whatever you're looking for that has ocean animals on it. We've got you covered. And I think that is about it. Just a huge shout out to Jess for hopping into the stream with us tonight and giving us all of the otter facts about our girls and some wonderful stories. We're going to have 2 more of our colleagues on tomorrow night. One, in case you were watching the stream yesterday and hung out with us as we were playing Subnautica yesterday and met Ben Irwin from Embari. He's going to be back tomorrow. And then we're also going to have our friend and colleague Joel on tomorrow night too. So they'll be there. But Jess, thank you so much for being here tonight.
Thanks, Jess.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you all for being here. So we will see you back here tomorrow evening, 7 p.m. Eastern for Mercy Kill. Y'all take care and thank you for stopping by. And thank you again to Cheeky Chunk and the Monterey Bay Aquarium staff. Thank you all so much. We'll be back here tomorrow from Skybills from GDQ. Take care, folks. We'll see you back here tomorrow evening.